Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Walking Shadow. I am the executive producer here at Final Show Films in Staku, also known as John, and I now pass it on to the GM above me, Jack. Hang on 1 second. I don't know. They're not hearing you. For some reason, they're not hearing you. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Why are you not listening to Skype, computer? Why, computer? Why are you not listening to Skype? They've been able to hear you previously. We're gonna cycle the stream real quick and see if that fixes it, because previously this has worked. We are back. And we're back. And now they should be able to hear you, Jack.
Splendid. Well, as I was saying, I'm Jack. I'm the storyteller.
Give it like 3 seconds just so it'll repopulate back into Twitch.
Gotcha.
Vamping. Okay, now we're back. Back to Jack.
Splendid. Back to me. Yes, I'm Jack. I'm the storyteller for this Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Walking Shadow. And with us, again, we have Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm playing Naomi, the Malkavian.
And Raphael.
Hi, I'm Raphael. I'm playing Lysander, the Ravnos.
And finally, our wonderful XO, John.
I'm John, and I'm playing Gabriel Adelmar, the Tremere magician.
And it's been a fantastic time since we last saw our heroes. John very kindly reminded me that I completely missed the recap last episode, so we'll delve into that real quick. Last episode was mostly just John and Erin's characters. Gabriel had been at the Tremere Chantry and was interviewed by his primogen, Hadrian Fuchs, who was apparently fairly satisfied with Gabriel's conduct and gave him an assignment to steal an historical artifact of Chinese origin, which had recently entered the harbor here at Seattle, destined for the Seattle Art Museum. After some conferring with what contacts and experts in the field he knew, and also communicating some of the information to Naomi, who, an artist herself, also has some expertise in these items. It was determined that they were going to investigate what path the artifact might take after disembarking from the ship, and hopefully be able to intercept and possibly replace it with a reasonable facsimile before it enters the vaults of the Seattle Art Museum. We're not sure why Hadrian wants this, but that may be able to be discovered further down the line. Also, their investigations had come up with a name. One of the Nosferatu in the city that Gabriel had established contact with gave them the name Derek Kimbrough as the apparent identity of the individual who ran off from the college pub inn after having panicked the patrons there last time the group had been in that vicinity. Once he had that name, Gabriel called Jimmy Ulster, their contact and handler for the sheriff of Seattle, to give him an update, at which point there was gunfire in the background, a bit of panic, and the line went dead.
And I think at this point, Naomi and I are in the same place, aren't we?
Yes, Naomi and you are both at your workshop. But first, we are going to do a bit of a retcon. Several episodes ago, when Raphael was no longer here and William had showed up for his guest spot, there had been a phone call of contact so that the group would know who William's character was when he showed up. But when Gabriel and Naomi came back outside, Lysander was gone. And this is what happened. So, Raphael, So Lysander is sitting in a car outside of the College Pub Inn 2 nights back. And he's been given the name of William's character, which is escaping me for some moment. Alexander. Excuse me. Alexander. And you had texted that information to Gabriel and Naomi so that when Alexander showed up, they'd know who he was. You were about to get out of the vehicle and go see what was happening with the disturbance when your phone buzzes again.
Okay, so I pick up the phone.
Okay. And you have been sent a text from Simon Featherstone, the Nosferatu information broker who approached you outside of Elysium on the night when the very surprising decrees came down and everybody had to renew their fees to the Prince of Seattle. And the text simply says, "Your work?" ? And underneath there's a picture that was obviously taken with a cell phone of 2 intertwined serpentine figures forming an infinity symbol Ouroboros, where they're each biting onto the tail of the other one. It's spray painted purple on a brick wall. And there is an intersection locally listed underneath.
I'm going to send a text message back. No, but I might have a feeling I know who this is.
Okay. All right. And the intersection in question is 2nd Avenue and Lenora Street, which is fairly close to downtown.
All right. So I am going to text Naomi and names are escaping. Hold on.
Gabriel.
I'm going to text Naomi and Gabriel the information of the person I got in contact with, and I'm going to leave a note telling them that personal business came up and I had to make my leave, but we will be in touch again. And that and exit the car and head down to the said intersection.
Okay. All right. So that will take you a little while to get across town. Are you doing anything in time? I assume you're taking public transit or...
I'm going to walk.
Oh, okay. So that's going to take you a while.
Wait, how long would it take?
15 hours later.
Let me do a
The sun
rough
comes
estimate.
up and he's dead.
By the time I'm done with you, you'll be nothing more than a raisin in the sun.
It would take you about an hour and a half.
Okay, so I decide to take public transit.
Okay. Still takes you an hour and a half. No, just kidding.
Okay.
You're fucked either way, so.
Yeah, that will cut it down significantly. Yeah, that'll only take you about half an hour. But you manage to make your way down there.
Your
There's a
mic's
brick.
come loose.
Fine.
There you go.
Better?
Yep, better.
Yep.
Okay.
But
you
check the input level.
Oh, technology, you wonderful, wonderful thing.
That's better.
Okay.
There we go.
Anyway, as I was saying, something.
I think your computer might be auto-leveling you down.
I think it is. I'm going to change that real quick. All right. You guys good?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Saving my settings. So you make your way down there, and there's a large brick wall with a sort of engraved bas-relief mural into it, and someone has definitely tagged it up with some graffiti. Various artists, it seems, but the purple snake insignia is probably about a foot tall, about 3 feet long, right about eye level, close to the corner of the building.
Okay. So, I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm going to take a picture of it.
Okay. So you push the button, there's the little shutter sound and a bit of a flash from the camera's light, and a figure steps out from the corner. You recognize Simon, and he steps up to you. So, my friend, you are reestablishing your claims?
If by claims you mean that deal that we had in that little headquarter of yours, then I think it's about due time.
Well, yes, it very well may be. But this looks like marking one's territory, no?
True, but I haven't been one for marking territory in quite a long time.
A wise choice, I believe. This territory, I do not think you are capable of taking from who owns it right now.
And
so,
emphasis on right now.
Indeed. Well, play the cards close to the vest, my friend. Otherwise, people will be looking over your shoulder and drawing their own cards to suit.
Agreed.
And he pulls out a can of black spray paint and just starts shaking it and then sort of hands it to you. Would you like to do the honors?
Although it pains me, it must be done. And I start to slowly spray it down.
Okay.
With a little bit of a hurt in my heart. It was so well made.
Your cold, non-beating heart. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, someone seems to know you are in town then. Of course, you have not been trying to hide this, have you?
Absolutely not. I'm waiting for the one person I want to come out. Might be him. Might be some reinforcements that, unbeknownst to me, has popped up, but I think my contacts might know something about this, especially Reinhardt. Does that name ring a bell?
Let's see if it does or not. Reinhardt being he was your number 2 guy in the Purple Snakes, right?
Yep, he was a VP.
Yep. All right. Does Simon know Reinhardt? Ah, yes. This man was most capable by reputation.
Indeed.
Should we be expecting him to arrive?
Knowing him, at first I doubted, but then, really knowing him, he can pop up at a moment's notice. I'll send the photo to him, see if it is him or see if it's another member.
Very good. Yes, I hear your past has brought you to this city. Perhaps there is someone close by who knows more about that than you would like, no?
True. And I hope that they are friend and not stupid enough to be foe.
Well, I believe your hope may be misplaced. Painting your historical symbol in the territory of a primogen, that is reckless at best.
Very true. It's probably one of the newer ones. Recently recruited before the disappearance of the Purple Snakes.
I see. Well, shall I keep my ears to the ground for more on these matters?
That would be very appreciated, thank you.
Excellent. Now, if you would be so kind to accompany me, I have a vehicle around the corner, and we can work on that favor you owe me.
Wait
Of course. And
Phrasing.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Simon is nothing if not a little bit creepy around the edges.
I will take you over
Yeah.
to that white panel
It is
van, and
enough
you will
for
work
us
on that
after all.
favor you owe me.
As long as there's candy.
All right. So, yeah, you step around the corner, and there's a very, very nice black Mercedes parked on the curb. And he gets behind the driver's seat and unlocks the passenger door for you.
Okay, and before I enter, I will redo my samurai bun because my hair was still down in the car before the whole situation happened at the bar. So I'm going to roll it back up. And
It's called a top knot.
All right.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to enter the vehicle.
All right. He glances over at you. You are armed, yes?
Always.
Good. Well, no one should do anything too stupid, but it is better to intimidate the fight out of someone before you have to beat it out of them, I think.
Great.
Come with me. Here we go. Let's be off then. And he starts to drive northwest towards the kind of Queen Anne district of Seattle. After about 10 minutes drive or so, you guys pull up at a small shopping center. There's like a Trader Joe's down the way and just like basic kind of very bland commercial strip down on Queen Anne Avenue. And he pulls into a parking lot of a storefront and parks the vehicle, steps out. It's probably about 2 a.m. at this point, and gestures for you to follow him. It's a lounge of some sort. Looks like a kind of basic bar area. And he walks inside, waves at the bartender, who barely blinks at him. It's almost closing time. Looks like it's about last call, but Simon simply leads you back through and goes into a back room past the restrooms. And there are 4 men just kind of lounging around, looking very disreputable. And one of them looks up. Yeah, Billy, how you doing? Simon nods his head. Gentlemen, it is good to see you. You have the merchandise, yes? They posture a bit, and one of them nods and pulls out a pair of very large cases. Looks like you'd probably have to use both hands to carry just one of them. Hey, the goods are in there. We got what you needed. You bring the cash? He grins and nods and pulls out an envelope, and you see him kind of clench his hand around it pretty tightly for just a moment before passing it over. It looks like there's cash inside. And the men nod, flip through it. All right. Think we'll be okay here. Pat him down. And 2 of the men step up and reach out their hands towards both of you guys. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that I do have my weapons on me, and they're probably going to be feeling it under my coat. and it probably wouldn't be the best idea for me to just pull them out randomly, unless I do it as a gesture of putting it to the side where I won't need to.
Mm-hmm. And your weapons, it's just your knives, right? Or do you have firearms on you too?
No, I only have knives. It's going to be the rondel dagger and the Bowie knife.
Right. Okay. So, go ahead and roll charisma and streetwise. Difficulty 6.
You just open the coat to reveal, pull them out.
2 successes.
All right. So you very carefully pull your coat back just enough to let them see what you're carrying on you and set them off to the side. They give you guys both a basic pat down. And Simon nods and steps up to flip open one of the cases. You see them sort of edge off to one side, and a couple guys slide a hand into their coat right about where you'd expect a shoulder to holster to be. Not doing anything too quick or sudden, just ready. Mm-hmm. And Lysander, you watch as the lid on the first case comes up to reveal just 3 AR-15s stacked, alternate, so that they all fit in. He pulls one out, checks the action, checks the mag, nods, fairly satisfied, sets it back inside, closes that one, and flips the latches shut. Well, this one seems to be intact. Glad to see. Steps over to the second case, pops that one open. Go ahead and roll a... let me see what will work here. Just a perception and awareness. Or actually, no. Intelligence and awareness is what this one will be. Difficulty 7.
Ooh. Alright, 1 sec. One success.
Okay. Yeah, you're not terribly familiar with the field, but you're pretty sure you recognize plastic explosive when you see it. And this next one is filled with like a whole bunch of wire and electronic equipment, but fully about half of the case, the center half for balance, is just neatly wrapped chunks of plastique.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to see that business can still be conducted with some measure of professionalism, even from such as yourself. Now, my friend and I are going to carry these out, and we are going to drive away. And if we see anyone following us, it would not be healthy for that person. Threat's not necessarily overtly aggressive, but they still bristle at it a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right. Fair enough. We'll give you 10. Thank you, gentlemen. Lysander, if you do not mind, and you notice that he definitely picks up the one with the explosive in it, leaving the one with the firearms for you.
Okay. So I'm going to grab my weapons and put them back in my coat, and then I'm going to grab the case with the AR-15s.
Okay. And Simon begins to very definitively back his way out of the room, keeping an eye on all 4 of these guys, until he's out in the hall, and then he'll slide back along and work his way towards the car.
Going to follow the same procedure as he, and do the same thing that he did.
Right. So you guys make your way out to the parking lot. Go ahead and roll perception and awareness, difficulty 6.
All right, and would eyes in the back of my head be applicable here?
Yes, it definitely would at this point.
Okay. And then you said what? And then what was the difficulty?
Just standard 6.
Okay. Seven successes.
Nice. So yeah, you are definitely catching the vibe of what's going on here. And while you're pretty sure that, while you know that all 4 of those guys were normals, there's a definite level of caution that Simon is keeping in place to make sure that they don't get the sense that he's not worried. You know, walking into a room with 4 strangers for an arms deal, you should be scared if you're a normal person, and he's definitely trying to fake that sort of demeanor. You also notice the Venetian blinds at the front of the bar just crack open a bit, like somebody's shoved a finger through to keep an eye on what's happening out in the parking lot. But you guys load the cases into the back of the vehicle, and he slowly, cautiously, very deliberately makes his way to the driver's side, opens the car, steps in, starts it, and waits for you to come in as well.
All right. I'm going to close the trunk if it hasn't been closed yet. I'm going to close the trunk, and I'm going to give one, I guess I'm just going to give a little ear out to see if I can listen in on anything that might be going on as I'm walking towards the passenger seat.
Okay.
Would I have to roll for something?
That'd be perception and awareness, difficulty 7.
All right, and I will use eyes in the back of my head, and if applicable.
Since you're listening, no. Because eyes would be vision.
And you said difficulty 7, correct?
Yes.
0 successes.
Okay, but not a bunch, so that's good. Yeah, you don't hear anything particular as you're walking to the vehicle. There's just a low hum of the engine, and you open the door, slide inside, and Simon looks to you and says, "Seatbelt, my friend."
And I proceed to put
you
the
guys
seatbelt
both
on.
buckle your seatbelts at the same time, and he jams his foot onto the gas, doesn't even go for the exit, just up over the curb, across the sidewalk, down into the street, and peels off north as fast as he can possibly go.
Okay.
And let's see how good he is at driving.
I hope he's good.
Finding that out
He
after
actually-
going fast
He
in a
sucks
car.
hard at driving.
Yeah, no,
Oh, no.
yeah, the back end just fishtails like just a couple inches out of alignment, and he is already accelerating like a maniac down through these downtown streets as fast as he possibly can. Burns his way through like 2 red lights, neatly threading the holes in what little traffic is out at this time of night. And doesn't really let up on the accelerator until you guys are north of the river.
Okay.
You see that,
well,
and you know where his hide hole was when you first met him. He's not really seeming to be headed directly there. He seems to be trying to take a definite, at least a roundabout route to determine if anybody's trying to tail him or not. But after about 15, 20 minutes or so, he slows down to an actual stop sign and not running through it like he had pretty much every other thing so far, and says, "So, my friend, where shall I drop you off?"
Columbia City, Vin Diesel.
He laughs. Sounds good to me. And question. If you find yourself in need of cash, shall I contact you?
I'll have to get back to you on that. I do have some frozen accounts that I might need to melt in the next couple of days, but we'll see how long that will take.
Very good. And he jumps on the highway and starts running south on 5. And within about another 20 minutes or so, has dropped you off in the Columbia City neighborhood.
Okay.
And then he will drive off without a glance back, leaving you to bed down wherever you plan to.
Okay. I will be heading to my little hidey hole in Columbia City and calling it a night.
Sounds good. All right. So that brings us to where everybody else is today. So, Gabriel.
So I just heard the line go dead.
You just heard shit, gunfire, line go dead.
Do I know where his office is?
Go ahead and roll me on intelligence and streetwise.
Intelligence.
Difficulty 7. It's possible he might have given you that information, but
1 success.
okay. Yeah, you know that his office is in his territory, which is kind of a south central district area.
Okay. I immediately stand up, grab my hat, put it on to Naomi. We need to go. Walk out the back door, grab my cane off the off where it's leaning against the wall, because I don't need it. And head to the charger, indicating that Naomi should come with me.
Okay.
The charger's going to move faster than the...
Yep. We'll go to whichever car is pointed to, so we'll go together.
Get in and just hit the gas and go to heading to trying to get to Jimmy Ulster's office as fast as possible.
Okay. All right. Let me make sure that I am in the right location here. Because you guys have definitely been to his territory, because that's where you guys fed the first night that we were playing.
And I'm not too far away from his territory either.
No, you're not. Okay. So, you guys are heading that way.
Any of what was happening, or I think I knew that you were calling Jimmy.
While we're driving, I explained that I had called Jimmy. I had given him the name of the vampire that we were hunting. I had given the name of Derek Kimbrough. And then I heard him go, shit, gunfire, and the line went dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys make your way down towards Broadway and East Madison, I think it was. And go ahead and roll me... Yeah, Gabriel, go ahead, since you're behind the wheel. Roll me a wits and streetwise.
Wits and streetwise.
Difficulty 6.
I'm good at those 2 things. 4 successes.
All right. So yeah, you find an empty parking spot right in front of his office, which you're pretty sure is his little haven, and slam on the brakes.
Does the office look full of holes?
No, the office looks empty.
All right.
Lights off. Front windows are dark. You think there might be a single light on in a back room somewhere.
Reach over past Naomi, pop the glove box, grab my gun that's in its shoulder holster still, and my badge out. Put them on.
Sounds good.
Just in case.
Right, Naomi, what are you doing?
Well, that's happening, and sort of as we pull up, I'm looking for like any sort of unusual tension in the surroundings. Not obvious things like bullet holes, but like Malkavian things.
Right.
Looking for signs
Hashtag
that
Malkavian things.
crazy happened.
crazy Malkavian things.
Hashtag Malkavian things. Love that.
Grabbing my cane, getting out of the car.
Okay. Go ahead then. Are you using Auspex for this, Naomi?
Not. I'm using Auspex as like the sensory enhancement.
I'm also going to take a look around using Auspex and just sort of see if anybody is behaving weirdly or if I can hear anything funky going on.
Okay. Naomi, go ahead and roll me Wits and Awareness difficulty 7. Same for you, actually, Gabriel.
Wits, Awareness difficulty 7. 1 success.
Okay.
Mine doesn't want to roll.
Maybe you have to put in the pool and modifier and difficulty.
Yeah, I know it's not giving me the pop-up. I'm just gonna math how many dice that is because I think this is my computer's weak issue.
Yes. So good. Gabriel, you're not
chat.
You're not seeing anybody particularly in the area. It seems to be very quiet for the most part. Kind of surprisingly so.
3 successes.
3 successes for Naomi. Everything seems to be tinged in a very sort of lightish blue haze. And you're pretty sure that the door knocker is mouthing something at you. But you can't read lips, so you're not entirely sure what it's saying. Because it's definitely not saying anything out loud. It's just moving its mouth a lot.
I tilt my head to the side to see if I can read lips better with my head at the side. Probably not.
You're a Malkavian, that might work.
Okay. Well, let's roll.
Naomi certainly thinks it's worth a try.
Intelligence and empathy, difficulty 8.
5 successes.
Two successes, and one of them's a 10, though I'm pretty sure this isn't... No, I don't have a focus.
All right. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's saying something about how sleepy the children are all the time.
Okay.
Seeing and hearing nobody around and that it's almost quiet, cane in hand, gun in holster, I'm going to head to the front door.
Okay.
And try it.
Right. It is locked. There's a knocker with a little bit of a small gargoyle's head holding the little wrapping bar thing.
Just in case what I heard was an audition for a play, I used the gargoyle's head to knock.
And probably only about 30 seconds later, a light gets flicked on, and the door opens, and there's a middle-aged woman peering out at you. Yes, what can I do for you?
Yes, my name is Gabriel. I'm here looking for Jimmy Ulster.
Jimmy's out on an investigation tonight. Duties, you understand, yes.
It's funny, I thought I talked to him a few minutes ago and he was in his... It sounded like he was in his office.
No, he's somewhere north tonight.
Do you know where?
She looks at you. Why do you need to know?
I am a acquaintance of his, and
Can
I have
I
information.
do an aura sight?
And I'm trying to read her to see if she's lying.
Okay. So that'll be Wits and Empathy, difficulty 6 for Gabriel, and Perception and Awareness, difficulty 6 for Naomi.
Okay.
2 successes. I don't know that... This might.
2 successes.
Does this count as getting the drop on others?
No.
Okay. Yeah, the 2 successes.
Okay. Gabriel, best you can tell, she's a little cagey, which, if you go into a police station and claim to be the friend of a detective and they tell you he's out on an investigation, you start pressing for details as to where. They don't always just tell you, especially if they don't know you. Naomi, as you go for your aura read, she's got a little bit of a combination of a light green sort of haze around her head that bleeds into sort of a darkish blue as it goes down around her shoulders and arms.
Okay.
I don't know you, sir. And deputies are generally not one to spread more information than is quite necessary, given the nature of their employment.
She said deputy. As far as I know, what is Jimmy's actual profession?
You don't know if Jimmy has an actual profession. You know that he is...
I know he's a deputy.
You know he's a deputy to the sheriff of the Camarilla.
Okay.
You don't know if he has, like, a cover job or anything like that.
You don't know if he's an actual.
Yeah, that's why I'm. That's why, because I can't. Can I tell if she's mortal or immortal?
Go ahead.
Did I get any of that? Probably not.
Actually, you did. She does have pale blotches in her aura.
Okay.
Which I don't know what that means because I can't see it. So
You can't see colors.
I don't know if we should be translating that for audience convenience or not.
Yep. But yeah, no, as far as that goes, for those who are not quite as familiar with the setting, generally if an individual has pale blotches in their aura, that means they're a ghoul, where they're empowered by vampiric traits, but they still are living and mortal.
Whoopee.
yeah, but I can't tell that. Actually, yeah, I don't. Is there a way for me to tell?
Only if you're doing aura perception. How many dots and auspex do you have?
One.
Who knows?
Just one? Yeah, so you don't have that yet.
Yep.
Although so now here's my clutch. She referred to him as a deputy,
Right.
which means either she knows he's a vampire or she doesn't.
Yes, those are your two options.
Yeah. And I don't know if he actually if he's an actual deputy or not. And I don't have the information that Naomi has. So
Right.
what's the name?
Dilemmas are fun.
What's the name of the sheriff?
Of the Camarilla in the city?
Yeah.
You actually probably would know that. His name is Jameson Cunningham.
I'll look at. I'm working for Mr. Ulster at the behest of Mr. Cunningham.
And she raises her eyebrows a bit at that and nods. Well, that would explain your knowledge and wish to contact him. Have you tried his cellular phone?
It was cut off. Emphasizing cut and off.
She narrows her eyebrows at that and
I raise my eyebrows.
pulls out her cell phone and starts dialing a number and holds it to her ear, just kind of holding up a finger. Yes, he's not answering very well. Emergency protocols then? Yes. Well, since you are here, and I assume the young lady is
Also on
working for
assignment,
Mr.
Yes.
Very well. Just the two of you then?
Yes.
I'll hand her one of my business cards, which basically just says, "I'm Naomi. I'm mute."
Best ever.
It doesn't have like a phone number or any
Quality.
further details. There's a pattern on the back, but
Well, then, in that case, I suppose it would be best if you were to check up on him. He is off of South Jackson Street currently, near 23rd.
How far away is that? Like in my head, do I know?
Probably 10 minutes or so.
I'll tip my hat to her, and he run back and like walk quickly back to the car. Not
I
really.
will hand the business card and return to the car.
Click click.
Okay.
Driving.
Because I'm not hiding who I am. I just can't verbally communicate who I am.
Very nice. Okay. So you guys are headed south.
Ways to phrase statements that make it sound like innocent statements unless you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Tee-hee.
All right. Now, Raphael, what would Lysander be up to this evening, since it's the day after for you guys?
Okay. Now, question. So, because I did watch a bit of it, that Naomi did send a group text. Now, exactly what was that group text? And I know I did receive it. There was no response from me, but can I get like a refresher on what it was?
You got... Naomi has two common things. One is group chat, where a lot of it is like Naomi responding to people talking.
Mhm.
So a lot of it would be jumbled, occasional references to names you're familiar with. And I believe I also sent out a group text with the name that Gabriel got.
Yeah, I think that's the only. I
Correct?
think that's the because I had mentioned only you.
Yeah.
So I think.
No, not yeah. For the stuff where Alexander was also there,
Yeah.
Okay.
Lysander would have gotten like conversation, and then there's a private text log.
Yeah. So
They're deleted regularly,
You
but
would-
there's
With the
currently a
name,
private text
with the
log.
name Jameson Cunningham, correct?
oh no, Derek Kimball.
I mean, I'm Derek Kimbo. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Derek Kimbrough, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I am going to actually send the picture of the graffiti to Reinhardt, and I'm going to be putting the message. Have you come to visit me, old friend? Question mark, and then I'm going to send it to him.
Okay. All right. And after about, probably within the next 10 minutes or so, well, actually, let's see. Go ahead and roll your contacts. No, sorry, allies. That'd be Charisma and Allies difficulty 6.
Charisma and allies would be... Give me 1 second.
If you like what you're watching, please feel free to follow us here on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
John is our Sam Riegel.
All right, and what was the difficulty?
Charisma
6.
score 25.
0 successes.
Okay. So he doesn't get back to you right away, but eventually, probably after about an hour, the response comes back. Not my handiwork.
Okay. I'm going to send him a text. Might know of anybody in the area who would do something like this. And then I'm going to send a message to the group chat between Lysander, Naomi, and Gabriel. Kimbrough, question mark. And then send it.
With the picture?
No, just
okay.
without the picture.
Okay.
Just a question.
Kimbro? Right.
Kimbro,
Who the fuck?
Kimbro Slice?
Who dis?
Who this?
Exactly. No phone, who does?
I respond.
Okay. So you guys will get that text like as you're driving towards the place
Because someone is driving and probably driving fast, I will respond, a potential suspect know anything. If I'm remembering the text I sent correctly.
Okay. And then I will respond, we'll send to my contacts, see if they know anything. And then also send a text, what goes on.
Okay, so you guys get that as well.
I look down, look over at Naomi, and just shake my head.
Naomi will send, following up on a lead, he'd let us know if you have anything. Which is true. And if you ask what it is, Malkavian will happen.
True. All right. I'm going to look at the text, just raise an eyebrow, and then just send a text. Don't don't get turned into bacon, and then proceed with what I was doing, which was probably reading up on the Book of Nod, trying to figure out some more things about Ariel, and because I'm still trying to figure out the whole thing with the whole Ariel speaks message.
Right. Okay. Cool. And Reinhardt texts back in response to your question with two possible suggestions: bait or frame job? Question mark.
I'm gonna send a text back to him. Anyway, you can get a lead on which one it might be.
He's not in Seattle.
I was gonna say, and that's what he's gonna write back. We'll try. Local knowledge probably better though.
Yeah, and then I will send a text back. Reinhardt, ellipsis. I know you. I know the way you work. Get me the info.
Did anyone
right.
send a death threat to my inbox recently?
Exactly.
Start with that one.
Exactly.
So I just recently found out that for a miniature hand, a ring can look like a bracelet.
Begs the question: why do you have a miniature hand? But
Reasons.
I don't know what else I expected.
Why? The better question is, why don't you have a miniature hand?
True.
Because I'm not Deadpool, and I like keeping mine on their wrists where they belong.
Hashtag chimichangas.
Chimichangas. All right, so you guys are blitzing down through southern Seattle.
Making sure not to go too fast when cops might be around. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
go
Okay.
over.
Right. And yep, it's probably around 1 a.m. at this point, I would say, based on the amount of planning time and such like that you guys had set up. All right, so you jump off. Well, let's see. From the way you were coming, you probably went straight down Lake Washington Boulevard. Anyway, okay. I'm going to say you're coming at it from the east, headed west. So you hit 23rd and just start barreling south until you get to South Jackson.
Okay. These are proper nouns.
Yes. Yes, they are. There's a Starbucks on your left, a flower shop on your right, and the only other things that you see around are there's a bank across the street.
Now, did she gave me just a location, right? What was the intersection?
She gave you cross streets. Yep. South Jackson and 23rd.
So parking first.
Okay.
As we're parking, can I do the same thing where I'm just looking for the Malkavian parts of the... I'm looking
auras.
for the spirit of this place as it is right now.
I'm looking
Okay.
for the pretty colors.
Because that is like a completely reasonable thing to look for. Why would you look for street intersections when you could look for spirity intersections?
I'm also looking, but not for that. I'm looking for buildings that are closed that shouldn't be closed, holes in walls, any sign of conflict.
Okay. So, perception and empathy, difficulty 8 for both of you. Or sorry, perception and awareness, difficulty 8 for Gabriel. Perception and empathy, difficulty 8 for Naomi.
Okay. One success.
-1 success.
Ay.
That's a botch for Gabriel.
Yeah.
Stab my eyes out.
Rip.
All right.
No, I don't do that. It's one of those things where you botch looking for something, you just don't find it. It's like,
Generally.
how do you...
Yeah, or you actively don't find something else like parking.
Well, I parked first, then looked. I made sure to do that.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you see, we'll say, the Starbucks that you're parked in front of. And a very, very tired-looking pair of baristas who are starting to put the chairs back after they swept the floor.
I look over at Naomi.
Naomi got 1 success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perception is not my strong suit.
Yep. You are looking around, and there's kind of just sort of a grayish tint to the overlay of everything around you. But there's a faint wisp of purple leaking out from across the street near the roof of the bank.
I kind of sort of am leaning my head out looking that way.
I follow her eyes. Bank. Okay.
Yep. There's a bank across the street.
Get out of the car. I've still got my gun and my cane on me.
Okay.
I still don't have any weapons.
Gun and cane.
I sort of indicate that Naomi should follow and walk towards the bank.
Okay. Let me make a couple rolls here real quick then.
Is the bank closed?
Yes. I mean, there's an ATM out front, but that's about it.
I'm gonna walk towards the ATM, but keep an eye out for anything weird at the bank.
Okay. And just as you guys kind of, you cross across Jackson, and then you are looking up and down 23rd to make sure it's clear to cross there. And all of a sudden, that purple wisp that you were looking at, Naomi.
I'm still probably looking at it.
Just like walking, staring.
Right. All of a sudden, it flares up again, and you guys hear a burst of automatic fire come from the roof of the bank and stitch a series of holes up against the apartment building opposite.
Running for cover at the bank.
Okay. So basically, the bank is in between you and the apartment building that they're apparently shooting at.
Okay. How tall is the bank?
The bank itself is about 1.5 stories.
That's jumpable, right? I'm a vampire.
Good question.
Are there handholds? Like windows, ledges, things.
Are there windowsills? Can I Ezio my way up there?
Oh God, are we Assassin's Creeding this thing?
Yes.
Yep. No, actually, we're gonna keep this realistic. There are actually apartments above the bank as well. Yeah, it's like 5 stories.
Oh, okay. Well, and
It's even better.
Remember, it's coming from the roof.
And it's coming from the roof.
Is there a fire escape?
Perception and awareness, difficulty 6.
Perception, awareness, difficulty. I'm going to spend a blood point to pump my perception up to 3. Dude. So I have a chance. Difficulty 3, you said? What was the difficulty?
Difficulty 6, standard difficulty. Oh, actually, well, are you using your heightened senses then? Because it'd be difficulty 5 at that point.
Yes, I am. Oh, difficulty
Okay.
5? Well, then 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. There's not a fire escape, but there is a series of balconies, moderately reachable.
This building is not up to code, I say, as I move towards the balconies. Is there like a dumpster or anything I can
Of course.
use to
It's the
jump
government.
up? Yeah.
Comes as a text.
Yeah, you can find a couple things near the sidewalk to perform a climbing aid sort of thing if you want to drag a trash can over or something like that.
Yeah, just really quick. Gonna try to start. Actually, Naomi, how big are you?
Short.
I mean, I'm not strong or strikingly tall. About average height for a middle-aged woman.
How high is
Whatever
the first
that
balcony?
is.
First balcony if you climb up on like a railing or something to reach for it, you're looking at probably 6 feet.
Oh, I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, if you stand on something, your head will be about level with the floor of the balcony.
So I'm going to lift Naomi up and I indicate the balcony and then heft Naomi up to it.
Oh, strong boy.
All right. Let's have you guys roll some strength and athletics.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 7.
Yay.
I believe how I do this is I spend a blood point for upping my strength. Or no, that's not a thing.
I'm going to spend
Okay.
a willpower to get an auto success.
No,
Okay.
I just sense that there might be more strength later in this scene.
No, that's absolutely fine. I'm spending you can pump your strength up. I'm spending for an auto success.
Difficulty what?
7.
See you too.
Oh, okay.
Good luck.
And I'll just because I sense there's going to be a fight in the future, I'm also going to spend another blood point just to bump my strength up.
Okay.
I sense there will be a fight. It's coming to me.
1 success.
All right. So you guys start
From
the
the
screen.
2 dice I can roll for that with it pumped.
So you guys start the scramble.
Yeah.
And assisting each other as best you can. It takes you a little while, and there's like 2 more bursts of gunfire that you can hear from the roof, and 1 responding volley as well before you guys get to the top.
So once we get to the top, I'm not going to like vault over the top. Just like pull up slowly to look.
Okay. Sounds good.
To see
All right.
who's on the roof.
Right. So you eyeball your way up there. And yeah, you see 3 or 4 guys crouched down behind a air conditioning unit. All of them holding a weapon of some sort.
Are any of them Jimmy Ulster?
No.
So we're going to assume he's in the apartment building.
Yep.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's difficult for you to tell at this point. You've just had a 5-story urban free climb session, and you're just barely peering your way across. Go ahead and roll perception and awareness difficulty 7.
We're vampires, though. I do have auspex on.
We're
Okay.
weak
Difficulty 6.
vampires.
What?
The key word is we're weak vampires.
I have 3 dots in strength currently. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So yeah, there's 3 guys in front of this one, and then there's another AC unit about 50 feet down the roof, and there's a guy, but one guy solo behind that one as well.
All right, I look down at Naomi and hold up 4 fingers.
Okay.
Finger on lips. And pull myself up.
I just think it's hilarious doing a finger on lips sign to Naomi of all people.
That doesn't mean no talking. That means silent movement.
Don't be Lysander now.
All right, go ahead and do dexterity and stealth difficulty 6.
All right. Let's not screw this up, because it'll be important to not screw it up. 4 successes. Hang on, wait, that might be 5 successes. Does this? No, it is not. I don't have enough points of dexterity.
Does this? No, it's not. I love that. That's how our like specialties tend to be used. Does this? No, it really doesn't.
It doesn't.
Probably not.
Nope.
All right.
4 successes for me. I don't know about Naomi.
Okay. Naomi, you will want to make the same roll, difficulty 6.
If you're climbing, if not.
If you're climbing up. If you're staying behind cover, you won't need to.
Can I just? I'm going to try and. I'm gonna try and get like a glance, but I'm not climbing over at this point.
All right, perception and awareness, difficulty 6.
Okay. Actually, can I do that to get the aura? I'm looking to see if these are vampire shooters or something else shooters.
In that case, perception, empathy, difficulty 8.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
1 success and less. Actually, a shootout probably might be tactical.
Like analyzing the shooters of a shootout?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
My perception focus is tactical.
Gotcha. Wait, is that for awareness or empathy that you have a tactical?
Perception.
Perception is an attribute. You don't get focuses for attributes.
Unless you have 5 dots in it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's right. You've got 5 dots in it. That's
I have stupid high attributes.
Yes, you do. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah. In that case, yes. So that means your 10 would count for 2. So that means you've got 2 successes, not just 1. Okay.
I don't know. There's a 9 in there that is apparently failure. That's fine.
Cancel out 1, but the 10 is worth 2.
Okay. I can do math.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for, to make sure. All right, but you're mostly trying to determine what they are, more or less?
Yeah. I'm not like they're shooting people. That's their mood. I'm more interested in, are these humans with guns or vampires with guns?
Right.
Or, all of the other things that they might be.
Yes. No, based on the intensity of the aura, you're pretty sure all 4 of these guys are human.
Okay.
I'll look over at Naomi, who's peeking up, see what she's doing, and indicate my teeth with a shrug.
Actually, no. In like a combination of the obvious bits of sign language, you. Not them.
Fingers. I pull out my gun and indicate towards you with a raised eyebrow, asking if you can shoot.
I'm assuming the answer with no in firearms is no.
So you shake your head. All right, I put it back. What I wouldn't give to have Serenity up here with me right now. Serenity, go bench press all of them.
I was going to say, Serenity and a baseball bat with some barbed wire wrapped around the end.
Serenity smash.
No kidding.
So the one
Trinity, please solve the problem of being physical.
the guy that's separated from the others, is he separated a good distance, like where they?
Yeah, it's about 50 feet away.
So like the other three
From the
not,
others.
might not notice if he changes position rapidly.
It might not.
Okay. Is there enough cover that I can approach from an angle where I can get close to the guy that's separated, but not to the other three?
While staying behind cover?
Yeah.
Not really. It's a bare flat rooftop with
Like could I
like AC units on it.
could I go like from AC unit to AC unit and get close to him without like get closer to him than to them?
Well, the AC units aren't between you and them. They're between them and the other building.
Okay.
They're using them as cover from the apartment building opposite.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no cover between you and them right now. They just happen to be looking the other way.
Okay, so I'm open and clear.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to about to samurai this shit.
I will duck back down as,
Actually-
like, sort of having communicated the.
Do they have ammo clips visible on them?
Perception and awareness difficulty 8.
With all specs active?
Difficulty 7. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that.
That's fine.
Someone's going to flashbang
success.
both of us out of existence
Nope.
at some point.
You don't see any visible clips.
Or munitions of any kind, like grenades, anything like that?
No. They've got guns in their hands. Best you can tell, it's some sort of something that looks vaguely MP5-ish.
Okay. Is there a stairwell nearby where I could go get cover and get like lean around to get line of sight on them from?
No, it looks like there's a hatch that's near the group of 3 that they have either exited or were planning on using as some sort of transit point. You don't know if these guys are on their way out or on their way in, though.
All right. Well, I'm pretty certain they're on their way out because they're shooting. Okay. How far away am I from them?
Probably about 20 feet right about now.
I dig my fingers into my palm
Okay.
to spend a point of blood, and I'm going to use the path of the lure of flames.
Here we go.
Blood fire.
To light. Basically, I want to put the fire on the gun, so it's like the gun overheated in their hands, and hopefully it caused some ammo to ignite inside the gun at the same time.
Okay.
That's my objective.
Out of
here.
fire.
I have a palm's worth of fire. Like, if I could get it on the ammo, that'd be great.
Interesting.
So the way it works, every success that I roll is effectively 10 yards, I think, of distance that I could have it.
Let me check just to be sure
So we got a good pitch in hand.
how accurately you place the flame. Okay. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah, 10 yards or meters, and they're within. They're
Yep.
20 feet away, so
they're
that's
20 feet away, so that's within
10
yep.
yards. So I only need one success to put it there.
You only need one success, yes.
All right, so I roll willpower, and that's it, right?
I
For
believe so.
thaumaturgy? Yeah.
Checking real quick, but I'm pretty sure.
All right. So basically, I'm just lighting this guy's gun on fire in his hands.
Right. Difficulty is how many dots do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I have 6 dots in willpower.
No, sorry. How many dots in Lure Flames do you have?
2.
Okay. Difficulty, roll willpower, difficulty 5.
Okay.
And whose gun are you trying to overheat? The guy by himself or one of the ones in the
guy
3?
in the middle of the 3.
Okay.
I'm hoping to cause chaos on that side and draw attention that way.
Okay.
4 successes!
Hot damn.
Light a bitch on fire.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
And let me check and see.
Lure of Flames is less utility, more blow shit up, and this is one of those times.
Yeah. With 4 successes, we're going to say, the gun just starts to glow almost red hot. And all of a sudden, almost every round in the mag just ignites, and there's this spattering of exploded munitions. It makes a little bit of shrapnel all over the place, pretty much, and everybody freaks crap out. And we are gonna roll some initiative.
Yay! Does that take out any of those 3?
We will find out here in just a second.
Because they're just humans.
Because they are just humans, yep.
Or a group of vampires who all coincidentally have the thing that makes their aura a human aura.
Yeah, no kidding.
What do I roll for initiative?
Okay, so you and Naomi are going to need to roll.
Isn't it wits, dexterity, or something like that?
Well, you roll 1 die, so roll 1d10.
Oh.
That was a 5.
4 and a 5.
Okay. So, what's your dexterity and wits? How many dots is that altogether?
I have
4 plus 4, I think.
5 plus 2. So 7.
8.
7 and 8.
So 7 for Gabriel, 8 for Naomi. Naomi rolled a 5, so she's at a 13. Gabriel rolled a 4, so he's at an 11. And let's see how they are.
Great, because I have absolutely no combat ability.
Do you have don't you have like domination or anything like that?
Actually, I do have a little bit of the thing that drives people insane.
Oh,
I am
dementation.
Man, Skype does not like Roll20. Yes, I have 1 dot in dementation. I haven't been able to level up at all because I really want that next dot in Auspex.
I know. The vampire, so 1 dot in dementation is passion. The vampire stirs his victim's emotion, either heightening them to a fevered pitch or blunting them upon the target is completely desensitized. Candidate may not choose which emotion is affected. She may only amplify or dull emotions already present in the target. In this way, the vampire can inflame mild irritation into quivering rage or atrophy true love into casual interest. You talk to the victim. The character talks to her victim, and the vampire rolls charisma plus empathy. The number of successes determines the duration of the altered state of feeling. You can't use that ability.
No, not really. Like,
hey guys with guns, can we have a chat?
Well, no, she can't talk.
Right.
Well, presumably, and this is Jack's call, of course. Presumably, in a very different set of social circumstances, Naomi could substitute writing for talking to some extent.
Has to be direct communication in person, so yeah, possibly.
And I mean, it works on the 1% of the population that speaks ASL.
Yeah, it totally works if they can understand sign language or gestures.
Also,
just throw the bird at them.
What the fuck?
Just blam, dementation.
I don't think I want to make the people with guns angry, though. No. Naomi was conceived as a sniper, and then I had no dots left for firearms, so I was like, well...
That's fantastic. All right,
at some point I'll get the ability to, make people think things.
Well, Naomi is up first.
Yeah.
You want to like grab a piece of a railing and throw it at them or something?
Give me a second. So I ducked back down because I didn't exactly know what the person who probably has blow up magic was gonna do. So I'm gonna peek back over and try and get like a tactical read of the situation. Where are they vulnerable?
Okay.
Right now, where they're on fire.
Tactics is less obvious than that, but
Right. Okay. So just using your aspects on this one, heightened senses.
yeah, heightened senses and
Okay.
like,
Perception and awareness, difficulty 6.
okay. Four successes.
Okay. Yeah, you see one guy kind of clenching his hands and screaming a little bit. Two other guys who have just both been flung out of cover into the open, and a fourth guy about 50 feet down the roof with just a look of absolute shock and surprise on his face, and Gabriel standing completely exposed out in the open.
Yep. With cane in hand and another
With a cane
hand
in his hand.
outstretched.
Yep.
Yeah, are there any loose bits of railing I can chuck? Probably not.
Perception and awareness, difficulty 6 again. Because you're still down on the balcony.
Two
You
successes.
find a flower. There's a flower pot.
Two successes, 3 if it's tactical. Flower pot will do.
Okay.
I mean,
I will mentally apologize to the flower and chuck that at the person closest to me.
All right. So
Flower
that
pots hurt. I don't know if you've ever had one chucked at your head.
I try to avoid such
can't
things,
say that
but
I have.
Like, out of character, I have.
It hurts.
of course you have.
I have
Dexterity
also.
and athletics for Naomi, difficulty 6.
Okay. Well, I can do one of those things. 3 successes. If
Okay.
it's supposed to be precise, that is 5 successes.
I mean, precision is involved.
God damn.
All right. So, Gabriel, you're standing there, and this flower pot comes sailing over your shoulder. Who were you aiming at? It would have had to have been one of
whoever
the
looked-
closer 3.
Okay. Whoever looked the most vulnerable to flower pots. Whichever
one
one
that's
had a
clutching his
weakness to
hands?
rock type.
All right. So, we'll say you aim for the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naomi does not think terribly literally.
One of them,
Like,
one of them is a. One of. I'm trying to think of Pokemon type weaknesses now. One of them is a bird type. Here's the rock.
Lol.
here's the plant rock
That's-
type.
Throw Bulbasaur. Go.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I mean, in Naomi's head, probably.
Naomi's playing Pokemon Go.
Probably. Probably is. Okay. All right. So yeah, you fling the flower pot and it smashes over the head of the guy in the middle, the one that just dropped his gun that kind of exploded.
Okay. And back behind cover, I assume, is reflexive.
Yeah, you can take one of your actions to do that.
Please.
All
let me
right.
go next.
And we'll need you to roll strength against difficulty 6, just strength as well, to see how much damage you did.
0 successes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
no, 0
oh, no,
successes.
yeah, 'cause
That's
it was
not a
a
botch.
9.
Yeah, no. Yep. Okay.
Right.
You actually can't botch on damage. You can just
Oh,
do
okay.
0. 0 is as bad as it gets for damage. So, all right. And let's see if he can soak any of that damage. Yes, he can. All right. So yeah, looks like you rattled him a bit. He doesn't look like he's too much beat up, although he did just, have a flaming hot gun and possibly exploded ammunition, minor shrapnel. So that's painful, definitely. All right. Gabriel, you prepare to engage, but before you can, there's a burst of gunfire from the apartment opposite you.
Yeah, I threw them out of cover.
Yes, you did. Yep, and it's all aimed directly at the two who are now currently exposed on the roof. Shit. 3 and 2. So you see 2 bullets, two flashes from the window opposite. And sorry, I'm trying to figure out damage and stuff here.
What kind of? I have the PDF up right now. If you need me to reference.
Yeah, I got it. I just needed to find the right page.
All right.
Okay.
Because guns, unlike flower pots, tend to do damage.
Yes, they do. And all right. Ouch. All right. So bullets hit both of them. And they start trying to scramble their way back into cover, but before they can start to move too much, it's Gabriel's turn.
So there's one guy by himself.
One guy by himself about 50 feet away.
So I rush at him.
Okay.
Grab my cane with my left hand, draw the sword out of the cane, and as I'm running up to him, flip it over my wrist and stab, trying to get him in the throat area.
Okay.
With the sword cane.
All right. We'll say with if you want to use your be 2 actions to close the distance and your last action to make a single attack. So yeah, that's fine. Dexterity and melee, difficulty 6.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 more point of blood to up my dexterity.
You gonna be hungry?
I'm going to be very hungry, but fortunately there are 4 fresh victims here for me. And I don't think Jimmy Ulster will mind.
Save me some.
Dexterity, melee, difficulty 6. 1 success.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I need.
So you do hit him. What's the dice pool damage for?
Strength plus 2 is the damage that a sword.
Damage for a sword. All right. So roll strength plus 2, difficulty 6.
So is that dice total or what?
Yes. Okay. However many dots you have in strength, add 2 to that, and then roll that against the difficulty 6.
So we're just gonna put that blank, make that strength, and it's plus 2 to the dice pool. Okay. Two successes. One of them's a 10.
Okay. All right. Let's see. These guys are not armored. So with a very deft flick, not as much power behind it as you would have preferred, but that sword blade comes out and finds a gap between the heavy sort of leather-looking coat jacket that he's wearing, and you just drive it right into his shoulder.
Can I drive it into him and past the cover?
Well, it doesn't go all the way through. It just goes in. Right. And he just looks up at you as you came towards him, and he wasn't able to dodge out of the way. And as the blade pierces his shoulder, he just gets this oh my god, this guy just fucking stabbed me with a freaking sword? What the hell is going on? Kind of look on his face. Who brings a sword to a gunfight?
I do, bitch.
The person with fire.
Yep. But then it's their turn.
It's fine.
Ooh.
This is where I get shot to pieces.
This is where you get shot the hell up, yes. Okay. So they are going
Are
to...
they more concerned about me or the guns from the other side?
It's about half and half. Two of the guys scramble back under cover. One of the guys is just trying to cradle his burned hands and pulls out a 9mm. And squeezes off a couple shots toward the opposite wall. And you're pretty sure you hear a yell from over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Question. Now that I'm engaging the guy that was behind the air duct, is he still behind cover?
Yes. He didn't come out of position yet.
Okay.
He is going to try and turn his MP5 against you.
I just like twist the blade slightly more.
No, he's pulled back and the blade is out of him now.
Is he still in cover though?
He's still in cover from, but not from you.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. Okay, he squeezes off a 3-round burst at you.
What do I need to do to dodge?
You are actually out of actions for this turn because you used up all 3. 2 on the move and 1 on the attack.
Okay. I don't have any reactions or anything like that? I'm not sure how combat works.
So the way combat works is you get basically 3 actions per turn. If somebody attacks you and you haven't had a turn yet, you can take a reactive action, but that burns one of your actions.
Okay.
Alternatively, if you want to, you can only use 2 of your actions and hold 1 in reserve for something like a dodge or a get out of cover or something like that.
It would have taken me 2 actions to move 20 feet?
He was 50 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're not in the clusterfuck of 3. You went after the one
solo,
isolated guy as best. That's what it sounded like anyway.
Yeah, that's correct. I went after the solo guy because he would have. It's easier to kill 1 guy than 3.
Right. Yes. Okay. All right.
I have to soak some damage, I guess.
Yes, you probably will. Well, let's see.
Do I get to scare him?
Right. 2 successes, so 1 rollover. All right, so you would be taking initially 3 health levels of damage as these 3 bullets just stitch their way up. One of them goes wide, the last one. So the first 2, you feel the punch hitting you in the chest, and the other one just winds past your ear over your shoulder. So you've got 3 incoming health levels of damage. So you can go ahead and roll stamina against difficulty 6, I believe.
Do I get to add anything else to stamina?
Let me check the rules on soaking just to be sure. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, I don't.
We are so not a combat party.
No, we're not.
You guys really aren't. It's amusing.
But this is just bashing, so it's not aggravated.
Yes. Okay. You don't have anything in fortitude.
I do have armor.
Right?
I do have armor on.
What kind of armor do you have on?
I am wearing a class 1 armor, just a reinforced suit.
Okay.
Which gives
That's
me something.
I think that gives you soak 1. You can tell we haven't done combat in this game up until now.
Yep.
I mean, I wasn't going to do it now, but Gabriel went ahead.
So your armor soaks the first bullet, the second one, so you'll have to roll stamina, difficulty 6.
against 1 or
against 2?
Against
2. Yeah,
Stamina
your arm
difficulty 6 against 2.
looking for 2 successes if possible.
I'm gonna use another willpower for 1 success. So I'm only needing to soak 1 now.
Okay.
I got 3 successes, so none of that was necessary.
All right.
Good rolls. Good rolls.
So yeah, the bullets go through, and you feel them, kind of tear at the material in the back of your jacket.
I do the Alucard from Hellsing thing. I just and just stay standing there.
Yep. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because very very little moisture in hydrostatic shock. So yeah, they just punch right through, and you just kind of shrug and don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Right. One of the other guys who has now gotten behind cover, though, also pulls off a burst at you. Because you are still in range of him. And the third guy who hasn't shot yet aims back at the apartment building and just unloads like half a clip in sort of a suppressive fire attempt.
Well, shit.
Optimism. I am harder to hit than an apartment building. Maybe.
Ow, this one's gonna hurt.
I only have 3 dice to roll.
Yes.
All right. And this time, all 3 impact you in the back, and you can feel them smash into you. Your armor takes off 1. You've got 4 damage incoming.
I can't soak all of it.
Ouchies.
No. But you can try.
I'll spend another willpower
Okay.
for 1. Can I spend more than 1 willpower on that? No, I can't.
No. Mm-hmm.
I'll spend a blood point to up my stamina to 4.
That spending a blood point is not a reflexive, so you wouldn't be able to do that yet.
Okay.
You'd have to wait till your next turn for that.
Okay. So 1 success, so I've got 3 now.
Okay, so you've taken 3 health levels of
I've got no. I've 1 success from willpower, so now I've got to roll.
Oh,
to
yes.
see if I can. I spent a willpower for an auto success. Now I'm rolling 3.
Yeah.
Let's hope it rolls as good as the last one did. Oh wait, sorry, I messed that up. I shouldn't have rolled 4, but it doesn't matter because I didn't get a success. So 0 successes. So I take all 3.
So you take 3 health levels of damage.
Ouch.
Thunk thunk thunk.
Yep.
Which is bludgeoning for me.
No, it's still lethal damage.
It's
You
still
just have
lethal?
the ability to You have the ability to soak lethal.
Slash or the X?
That's the X.
1, 2, 3. So I'm at injured, which is a -1.
Yes.
That's a -1 to all my rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Which brings us to the top of the order again. Naomi, you're up.
Still standing.
Okay.
Still standing.
Peeking up. I guess I just. Are there any more flower pots?
No, that was the only one.
Okay.
Damn it.
There is really just about nothing I can do in a combat situation.
I mean, I offered you my gun.
Yeah, no. If I had more than 0 in firearms, I might take it. Okay. Can I do a tactical perception for what would be helpful in this situation?
Yeah. Go ahead and trying to think how that would work
And
best.
roll for GM. Tell me what to do.
No, more of a role for Naomi, because Naomi has a very good feel for tactics and people movement. It's like, what shove can I give this that is appreciable to my capabilities that might shove things for us?
Yeah. Trying to think. Getting them out of cover was actually really helpful there. And go ahead and roll intelligence and awareness for tactical perception and awareness. Sorry.
Oh, perception and awareness. Okay, I was gonna say it's not an intelligence.
Perception's your tactical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wit is strategy.
Right.
But difficulty.
6. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Totally forgot about that.
-3 successes, but not a botch because there was a 10, which makes it -2 successes.
Right.
I
Not a
rolled
botch.
4 ones, guys, on the stream.
So yeah, you're in a little over your head, and you're not exactly sure what to do. Especially considering that you're out of weapons.
I am really close to this. Can I take one of my actions to, like, be sure I'm as behind cover as I can be? Or is that not a thing?
Oh, totally.
I don't even know you're there.
Well, I threw a flower pot. Someone might look for where that came from, but that's true.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Presumably they assume it's me.
Yeah.
That guy throw a flower pot and then stab me?
With a sword? Get a gun, sir.
He has one. He didn't use it.
He just did.
I'm better with the sword than the gun.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything for that, or am I just...
For cover? Nah, that's more of a moving thing, so yeah, you're fine here. Is there anything else you are attempting?
2 actions. My third action to hopefully dodge if someone randomly decides that I'm worth shooting.
Pew pew.
Okay. All right then.
I really need
So
to
you're
kill this
saving
guy in
yours
front of me.
You're saving yours for defensive, and let's see. Those 2 guys are behind cover again now. So. All right. The rest is going to be Jimmy and whoever's with him trying to shoot these guys. Miss and a miss. So more shots come from the apartment building, which is probably 6 or 7 stories up. So they're shooting from elevated position, but they're still the bullets just spang off the AC units, and the men on the roof hunker down a little further. All right. And it's Gabriel's turn.
How difficult do I think it would be to grab this guy by the throat and throw him off the roof?
For something like that?
With my currently 3 dots in strength.
Big boy got strong. You think you can...
Do you have any dots in Brawl?
I have 1 dot in Brawl.
All right. You might be able to do it.
At the very least, throw him out of cover.
You could probably definitely get him out of cover, yeah. If you are successful.
Okay, I want to try to fling him off the roof. I'm assuming we're close enough to the roof to the edge of the roof to do that because he's shooting at the other building. So we have to be close enough that you can actually see over the edge of the building. So yeah, I'm going to try to grab him.
They're shooting up at the other building.
Oh, the apartment building is even higher?
Yes, the apartment building is like 10 stories tall, and
okay.
they're shooting at like a 6-story window.
How far away are we from the edge of the building?
Probably no more than 15, 20 feet from where you're at.
Okay, yeah, so with 3 dots in strength, I should theoretically be able to throw him.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Or you could grab him, drag him, and drop him, one of the 2 probably.
I'd rather try to throw.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because then I can get under cover.
Yes. So dexterity and brawl to get a hold of the guy.
Okay. Difficulty what?
6.
Oh wait, I have a -1 because I'm wounded. Hang on. Wounded makes everything difficult.
Yep.
I've got 3 willpower left, but I'm doing a lot of thrill seeker stuff, so I'm gonna spend 1 more willpower for an auto success.
Yes, you are definitely doing thrill seeker shit.
I'm gonna spend 1 more. I'm I'm gonna spend one more.
The sword is definitely thrill seeker-esque.
Auto success, and I'm gonna roll to see if I can do better. Good thing I rolled that auto success, because that's the only success I got.
So you reach out with both hands and you grab the guy.
I was thinking one hand.
You're not going to be able to one-hand throw this guy.
Okay. Sword, I drop the sword, grab him, both hands.
Right. And then strength and athletics, difficulty 6.
Strength, athletics.
You'll need 2 successes to get him far enough that he goes over the edge.
What do I have? That's doable. 3 successes.
All right. Let's see.
Get off my roof!
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, and he completely biffs the catch. So, yeah, you just see windmilling arms and a scream, and he disappears over the edge of the roof.
Do I notice this?
Yes, you definitely hear. Well, from where you're in cover, you can't see it, but you definitely hear a very non-Gabriel-esque scream, and then a semi-sickening, dull crunch thud.
At this point, I'm not worried about the masquerade.
Curse Black.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of reasons somebody might get thrown off a roof in the middle of the night.
And
doesn't have anything to do with vampires.
Nope. I'm gonna use my second action to duck behind cover.
Okay. So you are ducking behind cover. Dexterity and athletics for that, then. Difficulty 6.
I mean, I'm right next to cover.
I mean,
yeah.
Going off a roof is probably easier to explain than a sword in most of Seattle.
Most, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, you've got a movement left. It's not really a dive reaction. So, you move behind cover.
And I've got 1 action left. I'm going to hold it for defense if I need it.
No, that was all 3, because it was the grab,
it was grab and throw 2 different actions? Okay.
Yeah, they were 2 different actions, yep.
Yeah, I'm behind cover now.
Okay. All right. That means their turn.
I know what I'm going to do to get them out of cover next turn, though.
Good stuff. Okay. So more shots at everybody.
Look at the Tremere acting like a brouhaha.
I know. Isn't it great when you play against type?
I want to emphasize for our listeners that I have a high courage, a low practical capability.
Not cowering out of fear, cowering out of uselessness. There's a difference. Although
cowering out of, if I wasn't cowering, this would be more inconvenient.
You could theoretically run up and grab a couple and throw them off a roof. I mean,
yeah, no, with a lack of strength and brawl, that sounds like a great idea.
Best idea ever.
I probably have a better chance
meanwhile, Lysander's
finding pebbles and throwing them at their heads.
Magazine elsewhere. It's like...
All right, so they're shooting at a whole bunch of guys in cover, which means they have to beat a difficulty 9. Jeez, that's hard. All right, but sometimes they do.
Don't in this case, please.
Pretty.
Well, the 2 that were shooting at the apartment building did, and the 2 that were shooting at Gabriel did not.
Hey,
so
that's fine.
It's fine, unless the guy who
Jimmy, he can get bent.
No, I'm gonna help him out in a minute.
Okay. Ow, jeez. Okay. All right. So another exchange of gunfire, and go ahead and roll perception awareness. Difficulty 6 for Gabriel, 7 for Naomi, because she's ducking behind things and further away.
I'm assuming this is modified for Auspex.
Yes, this is modified for Auspex.
1 success.
Okay.
That's with my -1 for damage. How do you heal damage? Do you heal it
2
by eating people?
successes.
You have to spend a blood point for every health level, yes.
So kind of.
All right. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, both of you, there's this exchange of gunfire, a burst and a single shot from the 9mm, and you guys just hear Jimmy yell, "Son of a bitch!" And there's a little more breaking glass. Naomi, your turn again. Nobody seems to be paying too much attention to you.
Well, that is usually the idea. Of a sniper build that ended up with no ability to shoot a gun.
Maybe she's gonna start learning.
Oh yeah, maybe. As soon as she can tell people what to do with her brain, she will start learning something useful. The fourth dot of Auspex is really cool, guys.
It is. It is.
I am very hungry.
I probably have random baubles and bits on me.
Yeah. Just some random junk in your pockets kind of thing?
Yes. Random junk. Probably not a wind-up toy because that would be particularly useful, and I need to think of that. But like little bits of metal stuff.
Yeah.
Couple
screws and washers.
Yeah.
Several paper clips.
Do I have anything that I could ball up that would make a convincing, like, turn around sound if I hit the hatch with it?
I mean, you could throw a handful of metal objects and they'd rattle.
No, but, like,
Clang,
I'm hoping that these people, if they hear a sound right behind them at where they know there's a door, they might be like, ooh, thing.
Okay. Go ahead and so yeah, you grab some junk out of your pockets and you eyeball the hatch. Go ahead and do a strength and athletics, difficulty 6.
If this was mage, I'm about to start warping reality heavy in a second.
0 successes, but not a botch.
Okay. So you don't get it quite as far as the hatch, but it still skitters across the rooftop. Go ahead and manipulation and expression. Difficulty 6.
Interesting.
Actually 7. Difficulty 7, because these guys are pretty heavily distracted.
No, I'm sure gunshots are very important. 3 successes.
All right, you do catch the attention of one of the guys. And he kind of glances over his shoulder at the noise, trying to see if somebody's coming up behind him.
And
In the wrong way, friend.
Ducking back, and again, can I do that thing where I'm like, if someone attacks me, holding my last action?
Holding a react. Yep. All right. Let's see how Jimmy and Simon do. Jimmy's pretty bad, but...
Oh, no.
Not that bad, though, apparently.
I hope he appreciates the sacrifices I have made for him.
I hope he appreciates my spare change.
He isn't appreciating me right now.
No, but that's Gabriel's fault.
And Gabriel, you see the guy with the 9mm and one of the other MP5 guys, as you know, their heads just explode with 2 very well placed bullets.
Nice.
Good. There's only one left, is what you're saying.
They're down. Yep. So there's only one guy left.
This is exciting.
It's all you, buddy.
Can I charge and bite him?
Oh.
Let me see what that would imply.
It's time for feed.
It's time for snacks.
Everyone else is dead.
Oh. Does Gabriel is hungry? Is the real question.
Okay.
I mean, with how much blood he's been spending, probably.
Definitely.
I'm at 5.
Oh no, you need food.
All right. Yep.
Oh, so we're in the same place.
Yes.
You can do this. You would need to either make a clinch or a hold or a tackle, but I think those are all strength and brawl regardless. Yep. Okay, so strength and brawl difficulty is 7.
Okay. Spending one of my... I have 2 willpower left. Spending one of them
Okay.
for an auto success because I'm very much injured. Strength and brawl, you said?
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing the differences here. Okay. On a successful attack roll. Okay. Well, the easiest one is if you're just going with a hold. That would be a difficulty 6.
I'm fine with
Basically-
tackling him to the ground and draining him.
Okay. All right. So strength and brawl.
The only people that can see are Jimmy and Simon, so...
Right. Yep. Strength and brawl difficulty 6.
Alright, spent a willpower. I've got 1 left. This -1 is killing me.
I mean, unless
One
that
success.
apartment building is not
Sorry, 2
empty.
successes.
2 successes. All right.
I'm
You've got
tackling him
hold on.
behind the AC
That's true.
Okay. And then to latch on for the bite, is this a feed bite or a kill bite?
Both.
But you kind of have to pick one or the other, because, I mean, feed bite? Okay. Dexterity and brawl difficulty 6, then.
What happens if I spend my last willpower? Does it have any other effect other than a success, or what?
Don't you go like...
Not really, no. Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna spend it.
Okay.
I just spend my last willpower and dexterity brawl. I've done a lot of thrill seeking.
Yes, you have.
Auto success. Can you botch if you spend for auto success?
No. Mm.
Okay, so good thing I did that.
All right. So, yeah, reach out, grab both hands. So you run over, reach out, grab both hands on his shoulder, and just sink your teeth right into the neck. And he goes slack in your arms, and you are drinking.
Yep.
How many blood points you taking?
3.
Okay. Are you juice boxing this guy, or are you gonna leave him alive?
I'm gonna leave him alive. Well,
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna leave him alive because I'd lose humanity if I didn't.
Okay.
So, can I tell how much he has left after I've drank 3?
3 puts him pretty close to the edge because he's bleeding already a little bit.
Okay, I'll just drink 3 and pull off.
Okay. And yeah, he's just sort of laying there and, looking very, very pale.
Lick the bite wound closed.
Okay.
Handcuff him,
Which you do have.
because I do have my handcuffs. And drag him out onto the roof so that Jimmy can see.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Your phone buzzes.
Reach in, answer it.
No, it was a text. It just says,
look at
ow.
It says ow.
Yep.
Who
Do we
texted?
both get this, or
Oh,
just...
it's from Jimmy. All 3 of you get it. Yeah.
Okay. Look up. Wait, he's not here. Oh, no.
No, but Jimmy doesn't know that.
Okay.
You guys are in a little group contact on his phone.
Yeah. Want me to text him back? Want me to bring him up?
Yes. All right. Perception and awareness, difficulty 6 for Naomi and Gabriel.
With aspects?
3 successes.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I keep asking.
No, it's fine.
And I'm going to
Great.
go ahead and spend a blood
It's a
point
good thing.
to remove a station of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can both hear kind of gasps and whimpering from the ground level on the back of the building where somebody fell off the roof.
Oh, he's still alive.
Apparently.
Alright. Good.
Is it possible to get back down the way we came up, or no?
Well, you've got an open hatch or
I'm-
balconies.
Open the hatch and climb back down.
Okay. What are you doing with the other 2 bodies on the roof? Anything?
Just gonna leave them. Jimmy can
Okay.
clean. I'm assuming Jimmy can clean that up.
I mean, I will probably fix their clothing slightly, but
There's no need to leave messy corpses.
And when I get
no
outside,
need to leave corpses that will bother me.
oh wait, I'm gonna get my sword cane before I do that. Get my sword cane.
Yeah, no, I assume you would gather any personal effects of your...
hand it to Naomi so she can carry it down while we climb.
Okay.
Because I'm carrying the mostly unconscious guy
Yeah.
who's handcuffed.
Yep.
Naomi does her interpretation of how Gabriel walks.
Okay. So go down through the building and out to where the guy that hit the ground is.
Okay.
He's still alive.
So you go down through the building, and you hear sirens fairly close by.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah. This is why I was
I'm
going to
assuming
take the
that
roof.
getting to Jimmy will resolve a lot of things. So,
Yep. So you guys are just still going?
yeah, like sort of booking it towards Jimmy.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you hustle down as best you can, and there's an interior stairwell that leads just to an exit.
Yeah.
Which you see. Let's see. Yeah. And honestly, you definitely just see it. There's been a door of the back access into the bank with some weird electronics scraps around it, and the doorknob has been scythed off with something very, very sharp. But the exit is directly ahead, which will put you kind of in the back alley, roughly close to where you threw that guy down.
Yep.
I know we're going fast, but I'm doing my best to remember what that setup looks like, because sharp things and tech stuff is cool.
Yes, it is.
So yeah,
We
going.
like
Tim,
it.
is he still alive?
The guy on the guy you threw off the roof.
Yeah.
He's looking rough, but barely. Yeah, he's
He's
definitely got at least one broken leg.
I'll grab him.
Yeah, if you want to carry him.
Sure.
We're gonna carry both.
Give
of
me
them.
Carry or drag.
both of you guys strength and athletics difficulty 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend another blood pool to heal myself again.
Okay.
So I'm no longer at -1. I'm just bruised now.
All right.
Strength, athletics,
One
difficulty,
success.
What?
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
Was a 10, but I only get to roll 2 dice for that, so there's no specialty.
1 success as well.
Okay. So yeah, you guys managed to haul their asses up, or in Naomi's case, drag, because there's no way that guy's walking.
That's fine. I don't think Jimmy's terribly concerned about how comfortable this guy is.
No, probably not. All right. And you guys make it into make it up to, I should say, the other building. The door is locked.
Knock, knock, knock. Delivery for Mr. Ulster.
There's no answer. There's a
wait,
call box
Are we
there.
on the ground floor, not the...
You guys are on the ground floor, yeah.
Text Jimmy. Call box? Question?
There's about 30 seconds later, there's a buzz, and you hear a click.
All right, open the door.
Yep. All right, so you guys are in. There is an elevator, and the phone rolls back and buzzes again. 603B.
Get into the elevator, hit the 6th floor.
All right. So there is, of course, the obligatory cheesy music while you guys are holding the two.
Like one on my
mostly-
shoulder. Like I got one on my shoulder. She's just dragging one behind at the ground.
Right. little drips of blood spattering on the floor of the elevator. So Raphael, you got a text that said "ow," and then these weird references back and forth, and the last one just said 603B.
I am going to just put a question mark and send.
Okay.
And we'll continue to read book over.
In the group text that is not the one with Jimmy in it, I will send back. Lead got. How would you say this? Lead went to boom. Meeting with Jimmy.
Ellipses.
I realized that the only explosion was actually Gabriel. That's not the point.
I didn't explode. Their guns exploded.
Ellipses. Got it. Send. And second message. Let me know if assistance is needed. Send.
Understood. Goes back. Naomi is pretty used to texting while doing other things.
We both have a hand freeze.
Yeah. Because
It's just the weirdest elevator scene ever.
I'm just here for the music.
It's like if the BioShock elevator scenes had gunfights.
It is.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right.
But then there's a ding, and the doors slide open. And yeah, it's a very sort of dingy apartment building, kind of decorated in a vaguely retro-esque, avant-garde style, but it's definitely seen better days, and the fixtures probably haven't been updated in at least 5-10 years.
Yep. Head to the appointed apartment.
Which, based on your interior layout of the building, you're guessing is, this is the one they were shooting at.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is the door with bullet holes in it. All right, open.
They go pew pew here.
Click.
Yeah, door is unlocked, and you guys go in. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, and yeah, Jimmy is kind of slumped in a corner. Simon is standing next to him with a legit M16.
Simon's a ghoul, not a vampire, right?
Best you guys can tell, that's your best guess. Nobody's confirmed it yet, but yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a reason to look at him with aura.
Yeah.
It's true. You haven't.
So we bring them in.
Right. Oh, well. You got 2 of them. Good.
I point at the one with the broken leg. This one had a problem with gravity.
Yeah. Common failing, from what I understand. Okay. And
You look like you could use a drink.
yeah, I could. Simon, grab our guests some chairs, will you? Simon goes into one of the bedrooms and comes out with 2 folding chairs. Sits them both into it, pulls out some zip ties, and starts.
If he's zip tying, I'll take my handcuffs back.
Yep. Just starts securing them as best he can to the chairs.
I return the sword cane
I
thing.
just sort of take my cane and lean against the wall and slide down next to Jimmy.
Yeah.
I will do a sliding, but not bother to get next to the wall. It just looked fun.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
That's fantastic. All right. So yeah, you guys are in a room with Jimmy. Are you going to ask him anything, or just wait and see what happens?
Wait and see what happens. I'm kind of tired right now.
Okay.
Oh. I will try and look. I'll look around this room. Probably seems with kind of the like, I should be fixing all of this, but I'm not going to right now.
And Simon goes over to the one guy, the one with the broken leg, who is just there kind of moaning quietly to himself. and pulls off his face mask. They were all wearing kind of like the balaclava thing. Yeah. Right. To reveal some white guy.
Old man Jenkins.
I know would have gotten away with it too.
It wasn't for you meddling vampires.
Vampires, and that stupid flower pot.
No, the one worth noting, the one that I bit, is it the guy whose rifle blew up, or is it one of the other two?
Yes.
Okay. So he had a rifle blow up in his hands, got hit with a flower pot, then got drained for blood.
Yes.
And then the other guy who
He should never get shot, though. Surprisingly,
he was also.
having
Isn't he also the one that was?
Bandit.
Isn't he also the one that turned around to look at the change?
yes. Yeah, he did get his hands burned up pretty
and the other
bad.
guy got stabbed with a sword and thrown off a roof.
Jesus.
Yeah. Comparative bad days.
At least they didn't get their heads blown off.
Yeah,
That's
maybe you still have faces.
Yeah.
All right, but he rips the face mask off the guy with the broken leg, and kind of smacks him across the face real quick. So,
You knock him out?
where is it? And the guy's head kind of lolls back and around a minute and just kind of shakes as you see just a slight bit of focus come back into his eyes. Not telling. Fuck you. He spits as much as he can, which Simon very deftly sidesteps.
Hang on a second. I'm going to lean forward and look at him, locking eyes with him, and I will say answer using my command ability.
Okay. And that is in your
I have
dominate.
to roll,
Yes.
dominate. So I have to roll manipulation
All right.
plus intimidation.
Difficult
equals
is
their
his
current
willpower?
willpower points. Yep.
6. Difficulty 6.
All right. Good, because my manipulation intimidation is real good. Yeah. This is not misdirection.
No. No,
I'm being
quite
very direct. One success.
Okay. And his eyes haze for just a second. And then kind of leans forward a little bit and says, Duffel on the roof. And then he passes out.
Was there a devil bag on that roof?
Make intelligence and awareness roll. Difficulty 7, actually. There was a lot going on that.
Yeah. We do, presumably, I think both have the
Eidetic memory.
thing.
Yeah, 2 successes, but I do have eidetic memory, so.
Right. Yeah, this was more, I didn't notice it at the time, kind of retroactive roll.
3 successes.
All right. Yeah, you both think back and you're like, oh yeah, no, there were a couple duffel bags on that roof looking like things they were either carrying with them or gear bags or something.
I was like, tilt my head back. Oh yeah, there's a couple duffel bags over there with the bodies.
All right. Simon says. Well, yes,
Does he?
Simon says. Yep. Now, we'll get those recovered. Go through and see what we can find. Drag Jimmy over here, will you?
I'll help Jimmy up and carry him over.
Right.
I point at the one
And-
that I drank from. He's pretty low. He just got stabbed and thrown off a roof.
Jimmy kind of leans his head up to look at you. I mean, he's looking pretty bad and kind of cracks his neck. You see him bite his lower lip, concentrate a little bit. And you can almost see his posture, like standing back up. but he's looking a little gaunt.
Yeah.
They're both going to end up in the bay anyway. And he just lunges down and starts drinking out of the guy with the broken legs. And you guys can smell the blood flowing, yeah. And then that heartbeat, which amps up very quickly, slowly begins to fade and slow, and then it just stops entirely. Exactly. Just like that.
That's fine.
Yep.
He can get away with that.
And then he does it to the next one.
Yeah. No, that's fine. He can get away with that.
Drains both of them completely down. Well, you guys definitely earned your stripes tonight. We thought this was just going to be observation, but apparently their intel was a little better than we thought.
Who were they?
That's part of what we're trying to figure out. Somebody's been moving pieces around Seattle's chessboard. And it's hard to know what's connected to what sometimes, but this crew had been targeting some businesses and installations, organizations that were a little close to home for our comfort.
When we were on the phone, you got cut off, but you seemed to react somehow to Derek Kimbrough.
Oh, yeah. Kimbrough. I know that name. He used to be a contact of mine, north side of the city. He's been dead for about a year and a half now, though.
Dead or dead?
Dead. Real dead. Final death.
Well, then we have a face changer on our hands because this guy showed up at the bar where our dead guys were last seen, and where one of them showed up again last night.
Yeah.
The text comes in after
After I burned their bodies and dumped the remains in the river.
Yeah. And we're going to have to dig into that. That's for damn sure. Okay. Well, you guys have earned yourselves lunch on me again. So, I'll handle cleanup here. Simon and I will take care of what we need to. And I'll talk with you all tomorrow.
I reached up towards my suit and put a thumb through one of the bullet holes. No good, Taylor?
I'll text you a number.
Thanks.
All right.
You also get on the just you and Naomi text. Yes, me.
Like, look at myself. Put it back. Spend another blood point to get back to full health. Oh.
Okay. And at that point, let's take a break for a bit.
Yeah.
Grab a drink,
Oh, yeah.
and we will come in and finish out the evening.
Let's take a quick
Word.
break. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. And we're back.
All right.
I'm
So-
eating.
Having broken up the fight that had Jimmy and Simon pinned down in their camp out site, you guys have been released from your responsibilities for the evening with the promise of a meal at his territory again, which, as you drive away, which is what I assume you're doing, correct?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not driving. I'm
getting in the Charger and driving
passengering,
away.
but yeah.
Right. Yes. Yes, that thing.
Kissing
That
me
thing.
rolling.
But yeah, over the group text comes from Jimmy. Parties at Q tonight might be a good spot.
I text back THX. And I head there. Because I'm
Okay.
hungry. I don't know how hungry
Yep.
Naomi is, but I'm very hungry.
I mean,
And
I'm
I get that text
not
message
as hungry,
as well.
but I'm pretty hungry.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I looked down at my suit. How much of it is damaged?
You've got that you can see. You've got a hole in the lapel. If you take it off, you'll see 3 more in the back.
What about the vest and the shirt underneath?
The shirt has several holes in it, as does the vest.
First, I need to make a stop, and I head back to my warehouse first. And also so that, now we can get her car and not have to stick with me.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Upon returning, Naomi will offer a sweater.
I've got extras, and I go get changed and come back out in an identical suit minus the holes and bloodstains. And
Nice.
my hat didn't get hit, did it?
No, your hat did
Okay.
not get hit.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, you didn't bring your hat.
No, I did. I was wearing my hat the whole time.
He was wearing his hat. Yes, he was.
Oh wow.
Looked quite stylish for a suicidal swordsman.
Those poor guys,
All right,
before they
so,
died, they had no idea what had just happened to them.
No idea
Oh,
what
yeah.
was coming at them.
They got blindsided and then their heads were blown off.
Yeah, because from their perspective, they probably just thought, "Oh shit, rival gang found out what we were doing. It's trying to make off with our payday."
And then one of
Exactly.
their
And then
guns
some guy with a
exploded.
sword jumped him. It's like,
In
oh,
like a fancy suit.
First, their gun blew up. Then a guy
Right.
with a sword jumped them. And a flower pot got brought into play.
Guy with sword threw a flower pot at them and jumped them.
Like, it was a weird day before they died.
all right. So,
Exactly.
Raphael's character Lysander. That's where I need to go next. So, you've been researching Book of Nod and stuff this evening, right?
I've been researching the Book of Nod. I left a plate of food out for my alley cat friend Casper, who I will bring back because I miss him so. I haven't really found anything interesting. I've really just been reading a lot about the history and like the Chronicle of Cain, like the Zilia's tale and the tale of the tale of the crone.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been, I guess, just reading.
Your connection
Inclined
your
with,
connection got really
With the history
bad
of.
there.
Check your mic. Check your connection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You like locked up and then we heard nothing. So
Sorry.
we can hear you now.
Is it
You're
Is it
reading the
working
booksies.
now? Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good now.
So I was reading the Book of Nod, just reading up a little bit on the history and the Chronicle of Cain, just to familiarize myself a little bit about the origins of, the children and how it all came to pass and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there are some mentions of Ariel in there. He's usually referenced with in affiliation with concepts like final death, diablerie, the dietary restrictions, shall we say, of the vampire kindred. But as far as that sort of thing goes, there's not a ton of clarity to the Book of Nod. It's, it is a very atmospheric, abstract, conceptual work, very, very oral tradition-y in its own way.
It's worth noting that the Ariel Speaks thing did come from the mad ramblings of a Malkavian. So it may not have any bearing on the situation.
No. Naomi insists it does.
I know.
That's true.
And it's up to Lysander how much stock he puts in, like, Malkavian ramblings.
It's true.
I have pursued it at a casual pace. I don't know how far you're going to go.
But most of the people that really take the Book of Nod seriously, of course, are Sabbat vampires, who are definitely persona non grata in a Camarilla city for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But as you've been investigating, you are starting to pull a few threads together as far as...
So I'm assuming as I'm reading this... Oh, I was going to say... I was assuming that I did get the text message about the location about the feeding and
yes, you did.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what were you going to say? Were you going to say something along those lines?
Yeah, the only thing that really jumps out at you particularly is the seriousness of the few references to the angel Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
He is a doomsayer, and his proclamations are never taken lightly, even by Cain himself, the original vampire. It's it's troubling if you take those sort of things seriously. Most vampires don't, though.
Yeah, the way Lysander is, he really doesn't take that too seriously. He's just really trying to figure this out, what the whole Ariel Speaks thing is trying to figure out. Or he's just trying to see if he is really trying to see if he can get into the head of a Malkavian. One of those two.
Okay.
You can definitely get in. The question is not whether or not you can get in. It's the process of then extracting yourself.
Yeah, thought if you can get in.
Which is not very easy. Malkavians are more than happy to allow you entrance. Because there is a maze.
But you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't have very many dots in making people crazy.
I mean, they stabbed me with their steely knives.
Okay,
they just couldn't kill the beast.
And as you get this text message...
Okay, I was going to say...
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Go for it.
I will probably head down to the location because I am hungry as well. I do have 6 blood points.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I get changed and then head to Q.
Sounds good.
I'm very amused by this because 6 is just about the most Naomi has had this entire game. And for everyone else, that's like hungry. And for Naomi, it's like, oh, great, extra meal.
I mean, I have... What's my max?
We have the same max. It's like pretty high.
It's like 11, isn't it?
I'm a 10th generation, so my max should be 14. Wait. Yeah, 14.
14,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
So I'm at 5 out
Shouldn't
of 14.
it be like 13? 14?
No, yeah, 14.
So
14,
am I.
14.
My max is 11.
It's more the way Naomi thinks about self-care and about eating.
Yep. Okay.
I need to
So
have
you guys
like,
are...
2 people. Can I find some
All right.
twins?
Yeah, definitely.
Twins that
okay.
meet your prey explosion.
Hey,
And I have 2 extremely guilty twins. Wow, that just sounds terrible.
I'm a vampire.
I need to stop saying things without actually thinking them through. So, you guys are all headed to
I
Q
need a pair
nightclub.
of naughty twins.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Oh,
So you
Raphael,
guys,
you're-
we'll say you
you're-
all get
you're
there
lagging
roughly
back.
the same time.
Yep.
Yep.
Pull up in my still clean because I had stopped bleeding by the time I got into it. Dodge.
Pull up in my Prius, which is inconspicuous.
I'm not trying to be inconspicuous. I've put the gun away. I've put the cane away. I've put the badge away. I'm wearing nice clothes. I leave the hat in the car on the dash. And I just go in.
All right. There's quite a lot of EDM happening tonight.
As there is every night.
As there is probably every night. And yeah, the crowd is enjoying it.
Looking around for any ladies with tattoos.
Okay.
Large amounts of tattoos.
Perception and awareness difficulty 7. 6 if heightened senses.
Yeah,
which
heightened senses is on,
Okay.
yeah.
Sometimes you don't want heightened senses on.
1 success.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm focusing.
Yes. So yeah, you see one girl moving across the room, kind of on the outskirts of the mob of dancers currently. She's got a drink in one hand, some sort of beer in a bottle type vintage, and she's headed for somebody who's off in one corner.
Just sort of glance at the person who's off in the corner. Is it male or female?
Male.
How's he look? Like, what does he look like?
Raphael's character, Lysander. Lysander, you go into the club and you find a corner to start surveying the crowd in, and this tattooed chick starts walking towards you with a beer.
I sigh.
Oh, boy. Oh, hello.
I don't know why Raphael just starts laughing randomly. I start looking for a different target.
So, Lysander, yeah, this woman walks up to you and just kind of leans up on the wall next to you, kind of glances over at you and gives you a nod, doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Not all of us can have the raw sex appeal over Ravnos, unfortunately.
It's true. What's Naomi doing? Since she came in her own wheels.
Yeah. She's wearing one of her nice sweaters, which is only relevant for the, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's slightly odder. It's unlikely anyone will notice.
Your connection is real bad right now, Raphael.
Yeah.
Like you are.
I
lagging,
believe we have lost Raphael. Or I
stuttering.
have.
Yeah, you're like lagging, stuttering, rapid, going fast, going slow. I think your connection is about dead right now.
So Naomi is probably gonna find like a corner from which to watch for the moment.
All right. Is she looking for anything in particular?
Aloneness, the potentially the right zodiac sign if anyone is showing off their zodiac sign, but that is not mandatory.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, including your aspects, perception awareness, difficulty 6.
One success, because this is not tactical.
Nope, it's not. Yeah, you do see one girl kind of dancing off by herself in to the kind of on the left side of the main floor, and she's got a couple constellations tattooed down one arm.
That's fine. That suits the random Malkavian randomness.
The random Malkavian randomness.
I'll keep an eye on that for now, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna look. Now I'm looking for somebody that is being an aggressive drunk.
Okay. All right. Perception awareness, difficulty 6.
All right. Zero successes. Apparently,
I
everyone.
don't know what happened if this has messed things up for those of you watching, but we have temporarily lost Lysander.
Uh-oh.
Interestingly, it has only messed up his feed.
Okay. I'm glad you guys are not seeing weird stuff.
And now that he's gone, it's messed up everybody's feed, except for mine.
Well, aren't you special?
Yes, I am. Well, we rapidly fix that while we wait for him to get back.
Sorry, guys. Thanks for putting up with this.
I think he's cycling. I think he's probably cycling.
You know what's great?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Great is.
You know what? Yeah.
That's great. They don't
Unfortunately,
sponsor us, but they're pretty cool.
We're not sponsored by them, so.
But they're pretty cool anyway.
I mean, it's true, they are. But anyways, oh wait, coming.
Oh.
He's coming back. Coming back.
I'm back.
Come back! Come back!
Hey. My Wi-Fi act like booty, so I had to change to the personal hotspot on my cell phone.
There you go. Hey, back. All right, everything's
It
fixed.
works. Okay, so what did I miss?
I'm completely failing to find any kind of prey.
Yes, you know, he's looking for aggressive drunks, and the best he can get is some guy who is convinced he knows how to make a Manhattan better than the actual bartender does.
That's hilarious. Okay,
You know
so
what? I can work with that. What's he
I
wearing?
just have to convince myself.
you do you, boo.
I just have to convince myself he's not innocent. What's he wearing?
I just have to convince myself he's not innocent.
Oh, he's wearing this trilby. Ooh.
Nope. He is not wearing a hat.
Okay, good.
He's got He's got kind of a Macklemore hairdo.
Oh,
He's
no.
guilty as hell. All right.
I love that. That's all I needed to say.
What else is he
Oh,
wearing? Hang on,
man.
let's finish the description.
White button-down shirt, black jeans, and Doc Martens.
Yeah, no, he's guilty of so many things. I can tell.
Word.
The first of all is the Macklemore haircut, but
Yep.
Most importantly,
there are
that is
three people
most
that can pull that haircut off, and he's not one of them. So is he like drunk arguing with the bartender?
Like wasted?
No, actually, and that's kind of what caught your attention. He's sober, arguing with the bartender.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So he's just dumb.
Which means he's not only is he dumb, but he's also like a prick. So, he's ticking all the boxes. Yeah, I'm going to go and how am I going to approach? While I'm thinking about how to approach this, let Raphael deal with his lady.
All right. So yeah, she's just leaning up against the wall, drinking a beer, quietly watching humanity, more or less.
Okay. Let's see. What can I even do in this situation? Lysander was never really good with women. Besides Diana, Lysander was never good with women because all he cares about is Diana. Because like driving.
Okay, food. How do I do this?
Exactly.
I will be away very temporarily.
Okay.
So let's see. I guess gonna try to use my appearance to sue her into, I don't know, following me. Some.
All right. So you're gonna try and give her the head nod maneuver.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to give her those eyes. You know those eyes.
All right. Appearance and performance.
Ooh.
Difficulty 7. You're not the only good-looking guy around.
Oh, I'm here.
Right. Appearance and performance with difficulties. One success.
All right, so you're pretty subtle with it. You know, you don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Just kind of catch her eye, give her a nod, quietly start walking towards one of the back hallways or somewhere. Mm-hmm. Where would you be going?
Probably outside looking for an alley.
Okay. So you're headed for one of the back exits.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to approach the bar next to this guy.
Okay.
And is he act loudly arguing with the bartender? I mean, he would have to because.
Right. I mean, he's loud enough to be heard over, but not so loud to make a disturbance.
How is the bartender taking this?
The bartender is doing that thing where you've got a whole lot going on and there's other people that I'm making drinks for, but I'm not allowed to just necessarily ignore a complaining customer.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
But she doesn't see. But you can definitely tell from her body language. This is not a conversation she's invested in.
Yeah, I'm gonna just so sidle up next to him and say, "Hey, man, chill, will you? The lady's busy. Just drink your drink."
I mean, looks at her. What are you, her boyfriend?
No, I just don't like to see assholes hassling the bartender.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, are you trying to elicit a particular response, or
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can insult him enough with the phrasing to make him try to punch me.
Okay. You're goading him as best you can. Then.
Yeah, I'm goading him.
All right. Manipulation.
God damn it! You just got out of a fight.
Yeah.
Does this count? I would assume is it manipulation expression?
Yes.
Does this count as fast talking?
No.
Okay. I tried.
Difficulty 6, though.
One success.
And so, yeah, you get exactly what you're looking for. Fuck you, asshole! And he just kind of shoves you with one hand.
So I'm going to like overly dramatic fall backwards into people, making
Okay.
it very clearly that he shoved me, so
All
that
right.
we get the bouncers involved.
Okay. This is going to be appearance and subterfuge, difficulty 7.
Can I
like
argue
it.
for performance?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Like manipulation performance, maybe?
Manipulation performance. Yeah.
Okay. Misdirection apply?
No, because you're actually
No.
trying to acquire all the attention at this
Yeah,
point.
it's fair. Manipulation performance. Because I'm trying to make it real, okay?
Keeping it real.
Difficulty what?
7.
7?
Yep.
4 successes.
All right. Yep. Nope.
Nice.
That is exactly what happens. You fly backwards. 3 people almost lose their drinks. You hit the floor,
And I make
you
sure
look
like
up-
I like make sure like I grab a bar stool and like pull it so it hits me in the face like bam! Ah!
Jesus.
son of a bit. Right.
Yeah.
And before you can even start to get to your feet, there are hands on shoulders, and he is getting dragged out.
I'm going to follow. Like so like that. Oh, I'm gonna make sure he gets whatever and like I stop,
I'm gonna
reach
get
into
you
my
back.
wallet, pull a couple bills out, put them on the table. Sorry about that to the bartender, and head out.
Okay. You get about halfway to the door, and there's a tap on your shoulder. It's another bouncer. You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm fine. He didn't really hurt that much. It was just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good evening. All right, bro?
You too, thanks. Head outside.
All right. As you see him getting his ass unceremoniously booted out of the club.
Yep.
Right. What's Naomi up to?
So watching that person, seeing if it seems like she's gonna be here a while or if it seems like she might head out. Cause
She seems like she's enjoying herself. Probably going to be here
Okay.
for a little while.
How did she react
Then-
to the fight at the bar?
Let's see.
That might have spooked her.
well, she
I
is
know
here
she saw it,
alone.
and then she went back to dancing.
Okay.
And was Lysander and the tattooed girl out of the bar when this happened?
Right about at this point, you've hit the exit, and she's probably 10 yards behind you.
Got it.
Well, then I'm gonna. I'll keep an eye on her, but communicating with people is hard. So I'm gonna look around, see if there's anyone that looks alone and like they might be leaving soon alone.
Okay. Perception awareness, difficulty 6.
You can always try to pull like the wallflower routine and see if anybody gets interested in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You have a nice sweater on.
I
Perception
really
awareness.
want perception awareness, difficulty 6. I really want Naomi to become the sniper in the sweater.
The sniper.
I
and the sword.
I
like
mean-
that name. That's a really
Give me a few more experience points, and that might happen soon.
All right. 5 successes?
5 successes for.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. So
with
yeah,
some Malkavian bias thrown in there, but
yeah.
like
Even
just
so, though.
looking for people.
Yeah. You see, 2 separate people putting on their coats and getting ready to, or grabbing a jacket and sort of slowly making their way through the crowd towards the door. And you also see a rabbit and a cat doing the same thing. The cat is
Well-
wearing a monocle.
Oh no.
Is the rabbit?
I
wearing
hope that's a
timepiece?
reference to what I think it's a reference to, but
It's not an Alice in Wonderland reference, no.
See, if we had an all Malkavian party, it would be very interesting.
I was going Detective Conan, but...
Oh. I didn't even think of that. That's a delightful concept.
Well... I don't really want to eat a rabbit tonight. So I'm probably... In terms of meal options, I'm probably looking at weighing which of the two people... I'll probably sort of head out, keep an eye on the two people.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, no, it's two men separately. They're just getting their crap together and exiting the building. Are you following them or just watching? Because you'll lose sight of them as soon as they get out.
I'm probably following, but I'm trying not to follow directly on their heels. More just also happen to leave.
Okay.
The way that I'm hoping they're both happening to leave instead of being together.
Go manipulation and stealth, difficulty 5.
Okay. Gotta find some stealth. Okay, there it is. Five successes.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty sure they are not paying attention to you. Right. Lysander is in an alley, and the door behind him has just opened, and a tattooed girl is following him out with kind of a eyebrow raised kind of expression on her face.
Okay, let's see. What would Lysander do? Let's see. I really have to think about this. No.
Next vampire game, I'm playing a Bruja.
Yeah.
All in your face all the time.
Exactly. I'm gonna try to see if I can use my charisma to try to see if I can I don't know, maybe romance her a bit with some sweet nothings or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So you're going for a seduction maneuver?
She's got biker chick written all over her. I don't think romance is the correct option.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's just a little swoon, to go in for
the variety of romance that goes on in a back alley.
Yep. All right. Let's have charisma and empathy. Difficulty 6.
Empathy. Oh, no, wait. One success.
All right.
You only have one dot in charisma.
Yeah. Wait, no, I have 2 dots in charisma.
Oh, nothing in empathy.
Just nothing in empathy, yep.
Yeah, just nothing.
All right. So, yeah. With a few comments, she seems amenable to a brief makeout sesh.
Okay. All right. So
I like how Naomi and Lysander get people can find people in the more traditional way, whereas I have to basically get punched in the face or punch somebody else in the face.
Every single time.
Every time.
Every freaking time.
That is what a high perception will do.
Well, it's not even that. It's because I don't want, some poor girl who's just looking for a hookup. She doesn't deserve to get drained of blood. That's not me.
Well,
I have no morality.
I know you're jealous,
I do have preferences.
She's just looking for a
Not
good time.
poisoned being one of them.
And I'm looking to be a superhero, so...
I am superhero.
And I'm looking to kill the one that killed the love of my life. Anyway, I'm going to try to do that whole back against the wall thing, kind of like it's I don't know, have a better maneuver spot.
I grab her by the face and I like angle it and
grab her by the
against the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole back against the wall with like my hands like right next to her head on like.
All right. Dexterity and subterfuge, difficulty 6.
Oh, okay. Too many rolls. Oh Lord.
I want to play a Brujah with like 6 strength, so I can like baseball bat somebody off a roof, just like a golf club, just like.
4.
Yeah.
You said dexterity and subterfuge?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Two successes. Okay.
All right. You are there. All right. And then you just go in for the bite?
I'm gonna go in for the kiss first.
Okay. So you go in for the kiss, to which she responds quite favorably.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit until I try to slowly bring my hands to her, like her body, and then attempt to, I guess, I'm gonna try to put her hands to her body, and then I'm going to slowly move my mouth to her neck and kiss her there until I get like the perfect opportunity to really just
sink in the
move her
fangs.
head and then sink in the fangs. Yeah.
Okay, right. And so, yeah, she kisses you for a few moments, and then you move your mouth down to her neck, and you can feel that pulse under your cold lips, and it's right there. And then the head drops just another inch to the side, and the fangs sink in, and she goes limp.
Okay, I was gonna say before I do that, I make sure that I like kind of just like quickly put my hand to her mouth just in case any alarms or and then I go in for the bite.
Okay. Yeah. And she immediately kind of goes slack, and you just kind of hold her up against the wall to keep her from collapsing to the ground of the alley. And you start to drink.
Okay.
John, you have followed
I'm basically trying to like
Macklemore Light out to the street.
I'm assuming is he walking home or is he going to go to a car?
So he stops to do the obligatory exchange of insults with the bouncer. This is bullshit, man. You can't treat people like this, where they just, kind of cross their arms and pretend he's not there until he starts to walk away, which he does. And you follow him for a couple blocks, and then he starts fishing for keys.
Okay. Is there an alleyway nearby?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to, like, I've been trailing behind at a distance, pick up speed as he's fishing for keys, get up to him, hand on mouth, other hand on shoulder, drag him into an alleyway, slam him up against the wall, bite and drink.
All right.
So basically what I did, just a lot less, sensual.
Yes. Right. The quick and dirty version.
Yeah.
As opposed to the slow and dirty version.
Just grab, slam, bite.
All right. Dexterity stealth for the approach then. Difficulty 6.
All right. Four successes.
All right.
Three
With
of which
three
were
tens.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nicely done.
I am on the
All right.
I am an alpha vampire right now.
Yeah. So he's fiddling for his fiddling for his keys, and you, like none other, just swift but absolutely silent, close that half a block distance that you'd been trailing him by, and you are right up behind him. Let's have a strength and brawl. See if you can latch onto this guy. Difficulty 6 again.
Let us Batman him into an alleyway.
The blood points you spent have worn off now, so your strength is back down at normal.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. They only last for a scene.
Okay. Two successes.
All right, so yeah. One hand on, the other over the mouth, and you just start dragging him bodily. He's kicking and flailing and trying to get away. But he can't break the hold.
Nice.
All right, and you've got him up against the wall. Let's have a... 1 second. Dexterity and brawl, difficulty 6 again.
Dexterity brawl. 0 successes.
Right. So you're struggling with the head, but you can't quite get him to break his maneuver. He's got his chin tucked, and he's just kind of flailing against you as best he can. Naomi.
Yep.
Right. So
This is not the time.
You are following these guys.
If I kill
And
him, can I still drain him? Snap.
And they are headed towards vehicles as well. Different direction, but still.
Okay. Quickly gonna try and aura see both of them. Just looking to make sure I'm not going on something that's not human.
Okay. Perception and empathy against an 8.
Yeah. Two successes.
Both human.
Okay. With that, I'll probably go after the one that seems to be going to an area with slightly more shadow cover.
Okay.
Or has convenient alleyways.
All right.
Tonight's
Okay.
second
So
act
first-
theme. Convenient
Alleyway
alleyways.
Convenient alley.
Everybody.
Everybody get in an alley. So yeah, the first guy's vehicle is pretty close, and he breaks off right away. The other guy is walking a little further, though, and he will definitely be passing an alley fairly shortly.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try and sneak up there.
All right. Dexterity and stealth then, difficulty 6.
I'm assuming this isn't precision.
Nope.
Okay. 1 success.
All right, yep. You're not as fast as you'd like, but you still manage to get up to him right about the moment that he's in front of the mouth of the alley.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a blood point to put my strength a little higher, and I'm gonna try and pull him into the alley.
Okay. Strength and brawl then, difficulty 6.
And is this something where I can spend for an auto success? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
Because this is a contested roll, technically.
Yeah. 0 successes.
All right, so you reach out and you grab the guy.
Probably go for like grabbing the arm, but
Okay. Yep. And he slips and trips and falls and looks up at you and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I give him a very confused return look.
Yeah, he botched his resistance, so he is on the ground.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not the person I was. Ah!
I thought you were somebody else. I apologize.
Yeah.
Right. and he's just staring up at you. All right, Lysander, how many blood points are you taking on your first drink?
I'm taking 3.
Okay. Yeah, and there's the blood sprays into your mouth, and you start to swallow the liquid. It tastes black. It tastes dark in a way, and there's a flash in your mind of a very cold room with fluorescent lighting and smell of cleaning chemicals. And as you take another swallow, that image shifts to a waiting room, looking something like a doctor's office or something of that sort. And then that third gulp hits, and there's just whiteness, but not in a bright illuminated way, but more in a dull, cold, distant sort of whiteness, the kind of whiteness that you would expect in an isolated chamber, almost.
Do Ravnos get like something extra out of feeding?
No.
Okay. Is it something specific to him?
This is something specific to him currently. I mean, you guys all have had different sensations happen during feeding on occasion.
I feel like he's had.
There's a thing that I could have taken as a Malkavian.
Yeah.
No, it's because of I think it's because of the fact that I'm following the path of paradox, and one of the rules is to not feed on humans.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
So
comes into
that's
it a
why.
bit as well. Yep.
Yeah.
That comes into it a bit as well. Yep.
You could have gotten the rabbit or the monocle cat.
Or a rat.
All right.
The what?
Back to Gabriel.
I'm just gonna to try to make this look more like it's a mugging than a feeding. I'm just gonna knee him in the gut and try to bite again.
All right. Strength plus brawl
Just like
against
stop!
a 6.
Two successes.
All right. And then roll just your strength pool again.
What's the difficult? Just roll.
Just against a 6. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Difficulty 6 on that one.
All right. Zero successes.
All right. So yeah, you hit him pretty good, and you can hear the air kind of leave his lungs.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to do damage. I was just trying to
Right.
pet him.
Yeah, but you hit him, so you do damage.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and then dexterity and brawl with that difficulty 5, since you kind of knocked the wind out of him.
Yep, that was the objective. 0 successes again.
You feel like you can feel him starting to push against the wall, trying to get some leverage on you, and his jaw is working a little bit, but it's kind of hard to talk when you don't have any air in your lungs.
Yep.
All right, Naomi,
Knee him again.
you got a kind of freaked out guy on the sidewalk.
I assume that this guy sort of has fallen-ish into the shadow of the alley.
No, actually, he fell pretty much straight forward. I mean, it's not great lighting here.
It's not crowded. It's pretty.
Right. There's hardly any other foot traffic
I
yet.
like how I'm succeeding at the offensive things, but not the biting part of it.
Right. Just
Yeah.
try.
And then I'm probably gonna just lean down like I'm going to offer him a hand up, and then try and meow.
Okay. Let's have.
Gabriel does this misdirection thing, which I think is cool, but I clearly don't understand.
Let's have a manipulation and subterfuge. Difficulty 6.
Negative botch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
you reach out for him, and he like crab walks away. You're pretty sure this guy still thinks you're trying to rob him.
He's like, no, 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 no.
Back off! Great. Lysander, are you taking any more from the girl?
No, that was scary. I'm pulling off. I'm licking the wounds. I'm be like, what the fuck?
I'm done. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That shit was scary.
All right.
I don't want to leave her in the alley because I'd just be suspicious. Or unless, well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna try to see if I can go a little deeper into the alley, and then kind of like if she's unconscious, which I'm going to assume
She's
she is.
hazy, but not unconscious.
Okay, so I'm going to just like sit her down
Okay.
right next to like a garbage can if I find one, and then just be like, "Don't tell Diana," and then I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
All right. So you are booking the hell out of there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
I'm running.
Gabriel, we are back to you, sir.
Knee him in the fucking gut.
Yeah, just to
again.
make it clear, I'm running on home.
Okay.
I'm just gonna knee him in the gut again.
Okay. Strength and brawl. Difficulty 6.
Is it not any lower because I need him last time and he's out of air?
Yep.
Okay. 3 successes.
All right. Roll that
Yay.
strength full against the 6 again.
It's gonna knock him out apparently.
Easier.
Zero successes.
All right.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yep. Yeah, he's looking a little rough. You know, the repeated impacts with his face up against a brick wall. You can see a little bit of blood starting to come down his cheek. Dexterity and brawl for the bite. Difficulty 4 on this one now. He's taken that many.
This time I get 3 successes.
Nice.
And the head drops sideways, and you take the opening, and you clamp down. And
Finally.
Yep. How much are you taking on your first drink?
3.
Okay. Yep. And for you, the flavor is there's an edge of that alcohol in his bloodstream,
Ooh.
and then with a slight haze, you suddenly start hearing music.
What kind of
It's
music?
it's not a song that you recognize. It's something acoustic in a sort of a minor key. Almost sounds like a breakup song.
I would pull out my guitar right now.
And the music just kind of enhances as you continue to drink. Just instrumental, something
2 more
kind of
points.
wistful, pretty sad.
Drink.
Naomi.
Rolling in my skin.
That's not a breakup song, sir.
It's still a
is-
sad song.
That is a teenage testosterone rager song.
It really is.
I am really not good at this combat thing.
Punch him in the face.
Word, you are stronger. Just punch him in the face.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try and just bunk him.
Okay, so you're just
At
gonna
this point.
just dive on and grab him.
Yeah.
All right. Strength and brawl. Difficulty 6 because he's on the ground already.
Yes. 0 successes again.
Oh,
I
no.
am not good at this. For our listeners, Naomi has a strength of 1 and a brawl of 0, so even enhanced, she's not good at this.
Only roll 2 dice. It sucks.
Rip.
All right. You said 2 more blood points for Gabriel.
Yep.
Okay, so that pulls 5 out of him.
And then I'm gonna pull away.
Okay. And as you pull back, the last thing that happens is you get this flash of an open book, and there are blank music staffs inside for sheet music. Just a hand penciling in a very simple melody of some sort.
So after I pull back, lick the wound closed, punch him in the face and the stomach and the chest a few more times, make him look really beat up. Take his wallet, take his phone, take his keys.
Jesus. This guy's having a terrible night.
Take his shoes. And make it look real, right? Mess up his hair.
We're jealous.
And walk down the alleyway, slowly discarding bits and pieces of his life.
All right. Naomi, back to you.
I'm gonna try one more time. No, I'm not, because Naomi doesn't pay attention for too long. She's gonna start signing. Seriously, are you okay? It seemed like you were freaking out. Panic attack?
Sign language.
Which there is like 99% odds this guy will not understand. But
Go ahead and make a charisma and expression roll, difficulty 8.
See if he realizes this is just a mute person trying to help.
yeah. And I am totally fine with being read as deaf in this circumstance. 1 success.
All right. Yeah, he recognizes, this person doesn't talk, and he is up and running. Full blown sprint. As far as he's concerned, he probably just got accosted by a weird homeless person.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Naomi looks the part. Fine.
Bye.
All right.
He's like, I'll go find a rat.
Yeah, essentially. Maybe this alley has better food.
Go find that rabbit.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, I think that is where we will leave it for this evening.
All
Okay.
right. Well, thank you all very much for watching. This has been an
That was interesting.
episode of
I know, right?
Vampire the Masquerade. Tremere is
one.
behaving like Bruja. Malkavian's behaving like Bruja. And Ravnos behaving like
Toreadors, I'd say.
Toreadors. It's weird. It's been weird, but
Yeah.
There's
you all
no
for
wrong way
watching.
for Maccavian to act
lot of-
because we're all really not there.
Yeah, it's fair.
A lot of head swapping.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We have been Final Show Films. We produce a wide variety of content every day of the week. You can check us out on our website at finalshowfilms.com. You can also check us out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. If you like the video and you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, or like, subscribe, and comment below. Share as well if you like. If you're on a community that likes vampire stuff, feel free to share this with them. We appreciate that. And if you'd like to support us financially, we do have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/fsfilms. Give us a monthly donation there. We appreciate all of our patrons, especially our $25 supporters, Chris Comfort and Antitonic. And if you'd like to do a donation, but you don't want to do a monthly one, we do have a one-time donation button, PayPal donate button on the website that will donate directly to the company PayPal. So we appreciate all of those donations. We appreciate you guys for watching and liking and commenting. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.